Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Catfood Bowl Major Battle of Kirin Season 2. Woo!
Woo!
That's right. Today, we have behind the desk here are tips and tricks. That's me, myself, and I. I'm producing and doing commentary today on the stream. I am a streamer and commentator for ReachMahjong in English, and you can find me at twitch.tv/tips and tricks. I'm joined by Irie. Hi, Irie.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you guys again. You might remember me from the commentary for other cat football majors and minors, or the highlight reels that are posted on the official Yostar YouTube channel. I am a VTuber tournament organizer as well. I stream live on twitch.tv/IronTV, and I'm going to be doing some commentary today. I'm very excited for these matches.
Welcome. Thanks. It's great to be here with Irie. And last but not least, we've got a TO today in the back making everything work, keeping us on schedule. We've got Curly. What's up, Curly?
How's it going, Tips? How's it going, Irie? And how's it going, everyone out there? Hope you're all ready for some really exciting high-level Mahjong play. I know I am.
I am too. And of course, Curly is a Mahjong content creator. Notice the K there. That makes for some very exciting content indeed. As well as the founder of DC ReachMahjong. You can find him at youtube.com/@curly_ttv or twitch.tv/curly_ttv. Woo! Of course, that being said, we are just the supporting cast here because our main event is our 4 players that have qualified for this Catfood Bowl. Let's take a look. Opening in the east corner. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I'm not sure exactly which win they're starting in. But we'll start with Perry here, the first place player from the Snow Tiger World Cup. They're Master 2 with 7 pairs as their favorite Yaku, 7 So as their lucky tile. I wonder if that's related. And they've been playing Mahjong for 4 years. We can see Perry with this beautiful snow-themed skin. Had the, I guess the thematic flow. The thematic power-up to win the Snow Tiger World Cup, don't you think, Irie?
The winter theme costume for the Snow Tiger World Cup? Perfect.
Yep. I think they know how to win a tournament, and their personal motto is let's have fun regardless of the result. So they're here to play Mahjong. Mahjong is Tanoshi. We are going to have some exciting fun Mahjong with Perry on the board. Alright, and Irie, our next player.
It's going to be a Dorksport, winner of the second place, actually, of the Catfood Bowl Minor Lucky Strike. He's currently ranked Saint 1, very impressive. His favorite Yaku is the fully concealed hand, the Tsumo, so definitely likes to go for those close hands, some high value. His lucky tile is the White Dragon, very cool. And he's been playing Mahjong for 3 years, so quite some time by now. Can definitely tell, that's why he's been playing so well and getting those wins. His personal motto, which I find very funny and very great, I don't want my gravestone to say, I should have reached more. No regrets. He wants to go for all the reaches and win those big hands.
That's right. It's a trifecta. A Yakuhai, a value honor tile as lucky, fully concealed hand as favorite Yaku, and a gravestone that doesn't want to say I should have reached more. All coming together to make that big, powerful Reachy play, hit that Baimon on the table, and we'll see if Dorksport's big money style can contribute to their victory here in this Battle of Kirin. Our third player, Jinxie, the winner of the Catfood Bowl Minor Lucky Strike. It looks like Akagi made a lucky strike here with that tile on the picture there. The nice checkerboard behind really fills it out nicely. Jinxie, our highest ranked player in this tournament at Saint 2, favorite Yaku, the twice pure double sequence, also known as Ryampeiko in Japanese. That's a Yaku you will see less often than some Yakuman. Irie, have you seen that one before?
I've seen it sometimes. It's definitely very rare. What I really like about Jingxi is the lucky tile north, because I mean, who expects it, right? Who waits on north?
Maybe people expect it against Jingxi now that we've revealed this information. I don't know if we've dropped some secrets, but Jingxi filled it out. It's public information now, and Jingxi's been playing Mahjong for 7 years, so definitely a veteran, and also someone who those of you who check out the site have noticed. Jingxi is a writer for one of the Mahjong classroom articles on Mahjong Soul. So very cool. You can get some advice from this top tournament player there on the official website. You can check out the classroom, and he's in good company. His personal motto is, "A good starting hand holds potential, not a promise." And that ties in a lot, I think, because a lot of people will get upset if sometimes they think the hand is won already when they see it right off the bat. But sometimes other people just have even better hands, or sometimes your draws are just really bad. So it's only potential, not a promise. That's right. Speaking of adaptation, let's adapt to our fourth player over here.
Who do we have? We have Sai. So from the Catfood Miners Snow Tiger World Cup as well, second place, rank Master 1, very impressive. His favorite Yaku is the 3 concealed triplets. A high value hand that can go well with a lot of things. If you get the Tsumo, sometimes you can even get the big hand, the 4 concealed triplets. But you can also win with Run. It's a very, very nice Yaku for sure. And interestingly, he's also a fan. His favorite tile, the lucky tile, is the 7-so, just like the other player that we saw earlier. So I wonder if they're going to be competing here today for the 7 of Bamboo. They have been playing Mahjong for 5 years, so quite a long time as well. And I really like his personal motto. Also something that I think about a lot. It's so simple, but so true. Just don't deal in, and you will win.
It sounds so simple, but it can be so complicated. There's so many decisions to be made in order to just not deal in. But in the end, that is the sage advice that we all need. Just don't deal in. Let's see if the 7-so is a very fought for, very coveted tile. If 2 of our players have it as their lucky tile, there are only 4 of them, right? So it might be hard for both of them to get it. I wonder if that'll have any effect on our battle. In fact, both players here, both Sai and Perry, are 7-so lucky tile players. We're both qualified from the Snow Tiger World Cup, so maybe there's something about that tournament.
Yeah, maybe there's something about that. Maybe there was a moment there with the 7 of Bamboo.
Yeah. Now, let's see how we will be playing the match today. This it's a lot. I will say it's a lot. Even seeing it already, there are a lot of rules here, but you probably know most of them already. A lot of these rules are similar to the ranked games that you'll play in whichever room you're in Mahjong Soul. Some of the main differences: they are starting with 30,000 points, but the starting points doesn't matter too much because there's no busting. So even if the players go below 0, they still have the chance to come back or lose more points. But that's never what we want to see. The Dora is immediately revealed after calling Open Con. I know that one's interesting. So you can immediately win with your Dora 4, even if it's an Open Con. Yep.
Sometimes it happens. You never know.
Yeah. You can also discard and immediately deal into someone with forward Condor as well. So
Ooh, that would be rough. Yeah, but that can happen.
Slings and roundabouts. There are no abortive draws, so the only draws are exhaustive at the end of the round to keep us going. There's head bump enabled, so unfortunately double and triple Rona enjoyers, you will have to see head bump occur during the match. the player next in line will win, and the other player will have to sit back and turn their hand back down.
Yeah, that rule can be rough sometimes when you have a big hand, but someone else wins on the same tile for a smaller hand. But that's how it is.
Yeah, with two players having their lucky 7, so I wonder if we'll see it happen.
Could happen.
Yeah, one of the biggest changes is that if you are the dealer in all last and you win a hand, you have to keep playing. You can't just sit on your win there. That is a common tournament rule made so that every dealer tends to have an equal chance of winning. A lot of times when the last dealer is allowed to win and end the game, then the last dealer, originally the North player, has an advantage. So in order to remove that advantage, that rule is not in place. And there's no extension to West rounds, as well as you cannot get multiple Yakuman, but you can get a double Yakuman. So like 13-sided 13 Orphans is still double Yakuman here. Things like True 9 Gates, they're still double Yakuman, but you can't combine them. Like All Honors and 4 Concealed Triplets, for example, will not combine. And the counted Yakuman is still enabled, so it's always nice to count your Dora and your Yaku all the way up to 13 and get a Yakuman there. I guess one of the other big things, you won't notice it as the viewer, but the players will, is that game tips are disabled. So they're going to be playing with their own strength, and they're going to have to look for their own tiles on the table, find their own weights as well. Yes, and our format, big right there, straightforward. We'll play 3 games. We'll add the score from each game. They have a 15-5 UMA, no Oka, so that is 15-5, plus 15 for first, plus 5 for second, and then -5, -15 for third and fourth, with no extra first place bonus. We'll add all the scores together from the 3 games, and whoever has the highest sum is the champion. It's gonna look a little bit like this. Of course, the first, second, third, fourth right now are mean nothing. We just gotta put them somewhere. But that's what the scores are gonna look like. Whew. So, Irie, we have a big tournament coming up. Are you excited?
I am so excited. It's always so much fun to commentate these high-level Mahjong matches.
And now we can be even more excited with the prizes for the tournament. First place prize, the permanent title of the Kirin Season 2 champion, as well as a physical trophy. I have seen this trophy on the Twitter. You can find at Mahjong Soul _EN. Sorry, the X now, I should say. As well as the $300 Amazon e-gift card and 9,000 Jade. We've got the $150 Amazon e-gift card and 5,400 Jade for second, $100 Amazon e-gift card and 3,600 Jade for third, and a $70 Amazon e-gift card and 1,800 Jade for fourth. So all of our players who have qualified for this major tournament are going to go away with something, but only first place gets the big trophy and the title. The title's permanent now, Irie. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. And wow, can you imagine just playing 3 games, you know, focusing really hard, trying really hard to win, and then you get all of this stuff. So cool.
That's cool indeed. I am a little jealous, but hey, you know, on the commentators table, there's things we can win here, as well as you guys in the audience can also win. We have gift codes coming up throughout the tournament. All you've got to do is stay tuned, pay attention, and watch. Put in the gift code on your client, and you too can win a couple prizes for yourself just by watching. So that's pretty cool.
Hopefully we get to use them too.
That's right. And you know, there's a lot of stuff in Mahjong Soul recently, so maybe the prizes can be useful, maybe for bonding ceremonies, maybe for other things, because we've got some new characters. They have been released. I'm sure you've seen them already, but we're starting with Siri. Siri, the Black Panther tamer, member of the touring troupe Soul, with Sarah, with Ryan, maybe with some other characters. She performs with her Black Panther Mojito, and she used to be a jungle girl. She was raised by animals in the jungle, but now she's adapted to city life. She can communicate with humans, But on vacation, she kind of likes going back there, huh?
Hmm. And we can't forget, she is being voiced by Ayako Kawasumi, who you might know from your favorite anime, and she's also a singer. So, very excited to hear her voice lines in game.
Yeah, we've actually heard her in some of the visual novel and the previous events when the Soul Troupe has toured through Wonhan City. So you may have heard her already. You can see her emotes in the bottom right there. That whip ready to strike and take action, as well as a couple other emotions perfect for your use at the table.
All right. And who else do we have joining us?
It's not that much of a mystery, but maybe I can pretend it's a mystery. Those of you who have been playing will know. There it is.
So we have Ju, voiced by Yoshitsugu Matsuoka. He is a clown, former member of the touring troupe Soul. He left and is now the founder of Gemini, focusing on clown performances. So you can see here he has a very cool design. I love his design. He's very stylish.
That's right. He's fresh. He's got the clean cuts. You know, you don't expect a clown to be super stylish, very fashionable, but I think this guy knows what he's doing. He's the most beautiful clown I've ever seen. Yeah, you can see he's got some emotes in the bottom right there. They are very interesting, very ominous actually. I feel like he's perfect for the Halloween. He's perfect for the Halloween really kind of theme. And in the background, I noticed that Yostar and Catfood like to tease us sometimes. This is usually a sneak peek at their Bond outfit. You can see when he gets more comfortable with you, he might let down the mask. That's him when he's not at work. In his hobbies, he doesn't really do much other than work. He just likes orderly and symmetrical objects. He likes to keep order other than... it's pretty different from most clowns I know, but maybe you can have a heart-to-heart with him if you can bond him to the 5 hearts and the ceremony.
Awesome.
That's right. Of course, that is not it for the new event. We've seen the Bond of the Restless Night outfits now. Of course, some are animated. There's 4 of them, as well as the reruns of the older Halloween event. But starting off, we have Ransei, one of my favorite characters. This ninja is ready for Halloween. You know, I feel like ninjas should wear a mask normally, but she doesn't, does she?
Yeah, but she does. She is wearing one in this outfit, and you can see her emote on the left. In a little bit of a bind, you could say.
Yeah, it looks like the spider's web has caught her there. The kitsune mask not helping her out there. But hopefully her kunoichi skills get her out eventually. You can see she's got one hand full of kunai and the other hand full of richi sticks to strike fear into the hearts of both evildoers on and off of the mahjong table.
Yeah, she sure does seem like she likes winning those richi bats, so... Richi with her and win those Richi battles.
That's right. And then the animated skin for Ayako Morikawa. She is the Ghost Bride. Irie, what do we know about her?
So Ayako has her cute little dolls, and she has a cute little outfit for Halloween as well. You can see her emote on the left, so innocent, and with her lines as well here. Almost forgetting her role of Ghost Bride. But I love this outfit so much. She's got the little dolls in the maid outfit. I love this outfit so much. I just really like Ayako. I have her other animated skin as well.
Yeah, Ayako is one of those characters that's always in the Halloween mood. You know, she's got that covered hand, her mastema hand. You don't know whether it's just her head or whether there's actually a curse underneath that hand. She doesn't want anyone to touch it. But it looks like it's only slightly bandaged in this picture. And of course, she is being held by a strange skeleton hand. The hand is enormous. I wonder what it signifies. And that is not all.
We have the male skins as well. So we have, starting off, Sora Ichinose. the Bond of Restless Night skin for him, where he's a little alchemist. He's got all sorts of different potions to help you out.
Yes, his potions will help anyone who's not the biggest fan of Halloween, who scares easily. He's got potions to remove all the scary stuff. He's even got potions for mosquitoes. So that's kind of wild. And you can see when he's hard at work trying to brew his potions in that emote. Sometimes he gets a little tripped up, forgets what ingredient to add next, and he's got to load the next ingredient into his brain there.
Or maybe he just saw a crazy play and he's still trying to process what just happened.
Yeah, that'll be your use for it on the Mahjong table as well as everybody else's. And last but not least, we have the animated skin. I'm sure you've seen this on Mahjong Soul's Twitter. Don't forget, on X Twitter, Mahjong Soul _EN. It's there. The A37, the full trailer. You can't see the animation on this picture, but it is pretty cool. He's got that smoking gun there, so of course it's just been fired. And that's it.
And
Yep.
he looks quite menacing in this. He looks very cool. I really like his outfit. He's a wanted criminal is his outfit, of course. You can see the poster there on the background.
Yeah, bring light to the one trapped in darkness. If you don't want to be pulled into an even deeper mire of night, you'd better leave now while you can. And of course, even A37 makes some mistakes sometimes. So the little face palm there will help you whenever something like that happens.
Or maybe he just saw someone kneel in while he was in reach. You're like, how could you?
Oh no. Alright. Being said, it is almost time for us to get started. The table is being sorted out, and we are about to begin. So let's check it out.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Woo!
Looks like we've already started here. Dorksport was our first dealer. Maybe might have had to fold against this Richie across the table from Jinxie.
I suppose not. Whoa. We start with a dealing tile from Sai. It's not coming out though. Yeah, so
it looks like the weight here for Jinxie is a 3 and a 6 mon. Ooh, gotta be careful.
Yeah, Sai here in a tough spot holding that dealing tile. So we came into a very exciting point. I don't know. Dorksport actually finds Tempai. Another dealing tile for Sai, but Sai is gonna hold those. No luck for Jinxie there with that late reach.
And looks like it's gonna be a fold out. Dorksport getting that repeat from the dealer because he's standby. Manages to just defend.
Yeah, so this gives a redeal and actually leaves Dorksport in the lead. It's pretty huge.
Gonna be his first repeat of the first dealer of the first game. And we got some hype for the first game of Battle of Kirin Season 2. So we have Dorksport here. Has a Dora in his hand. Gonna be trying to fill out those shapes. Got a Richie here. He doesn't want to regret not reaching, so I'm sure he's going for that Richie fully concealed hand. We have a pawn from Sai on the Yakuhai Red Dragon. It's now Tempai for 5 pin and 8 pin.
This Dora here is going to be very interesting. What Dorksport has pulled in.
Yeah, he might not want to discard that already because... Ooh, and a deal in. Jinxie deals into Sai.
Yeah.
It's a tiny hand. Only 1,300 points with the repeat, but still a win.
Last time Sai pulled the tile too early. Alright.
Alright. Now it looks like it's Sai's dealership. Pretty decent starting hand here. Has a pair, a sequence completed, a Dora. Ooh, that's actually double Dora. Red 5 is going to be worth twice as much.
Wonder what's going to come up with, because this is another really fast hand for Sai. It is huge, actually. Both fast and valuable. But it's not like our other players are too far behind. Dorksport has a really nice hand there as well on the left.
So 1 away here for the dealer. Actually, not quite 1 away. Still 2 away. Very close though. Some nice shapes for Sai. And the other players looks like they're still quite a bit far away. 1 away now. 1 away now for Sai to Richie.
And we have a lot of good plays coming through here. I think Jingxi is going to be in an interesting situation, whether they because they've let all the white dragons go, so the white dragon's going to have to be a pair. And that leaves them in a state where they can't really get Pinfu, because Pinfu can't use the value honors.
Well, a very interesting play here from Dorksport. Richie's on a pair weight, only waiting on the one bamboo. It's been once discarded, but maybe since this is not something you would usually expect from a Richie, he might actually manage to win this one.
Yep. This is quite an interesting way. It is near the 2 though, and we can see.
And we have Richie from the dealer with 2 Dora, the red 5 worth double. Possible pure double sequence, so maybe Dorksport reaching here might regret that play as he's being chased by the dealer with a very valuable hand.
Yeah.
And he steals an
Immediately.
So Richie, Ipatsu, Dora 2, that's gonna be a Mangan from the dealer for 12,000 points. Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Alright. And that being said, it looks like it's going to be a dealer repeat. However, it looks like we've got code from the back. We're going to have to make a little bit of a change here. So hold tight and we'll get it. We'll get it sorted out. Just one moment as we fix this.
Hello everyone, we are back. We're sorry about that, we encountered some technical issues, but we are back right where we left off actually. So Sai just won a 12,000 point hand off of Dork Sports after chasing a Ricci. And now in the first repeat actually of the second dealer for Sai, we have a pair of East starting off as the double East. That's going to be very valuable for him.
Yeah, this is going to be really big as the dealer. Even a connection to the 4-pin Dora here would be nice. You can see Dorksport is already holding one of the Easts and doesn't really fit into his hand, so I might get this.
And it's nice that he just picked up another 4-member. It's nice to have two pairs when you have this kind of hand, so you can call the East triplet and have a pair backup.
Still no Dora though. Still none of the 4-pin. I mean, there are red 5s out. You can see two of the red 5s already been drawn. In fact, one of the red 5s is the 5-pin, which is close to the 4-pin and can be used with it. But all the Dora in the wall, that's going to make for some exciting draws later down the road. We can see Sai still keeping the 5-pin because he knows that Dora could be huge.
We can also see Darksport picking up a triplet of his favorite tile, the White Dragon. Definitely coming true for him. Now he's one away now. Ooh, two away. So that's a good hand developing there with the Dora and the White Dragon triplet in his hand. We also have two away here for the dealers still.
Yeah, it looks like Jinxie was the one waiting for the 7, so not Perry or Sai, their favorite tile. But Perry already has a 7, so. But Jinxie moving away from that weight, using the 6s as pair. I guess we know that really the 7 cell wasn't Jinxie's favorite tile.
Looks like we have a Chi here. Dorksport gonna go for the White Dragon Dora, but with that, he drops the East for Sai to pick up. Is now one away as well?
Yeah, this is going to... That is a huge draw. Oh, gonna wait on the 8-mon. There is already one discarded. There weren't any 7 discarded. It's always hard to think about whether you wait on the pair that's once discarded because you think people will discard it again, or whether you wait on the one that's not discarded because you think there are more tiles out there.
We do have a very nice pickup here for Dorksport, now waiting on 5 and 8 of Bamboo. So this is nice for him because it's more tiles for him to wait on, but he can also probably, if he draws the 4-pin, the Dora, he could wait on it. So that would be very valuable for him.
Yeah, I feel like Dorksport's new 5/8 so wait is gonna be pretty nice. Of course, that one deals in though, so I guess it's
that
not
deals
nice
in,
enough.
unfortunately. Yeah, 2,900 point hand here for the dealer. 3,200 with the repeat counter.
Big points, big damage, and you notice there's actually a new tablecloth and a new tile back. If we can take a, you can see in the top left here on the Dora indicators that haven't been flipped over yet. Specifically for this tournament, I really like it. It's nice and it's regal with this navy blue. It looks almost like astral, like astronomy lines of orbit around the around the map.
Definitely very cool. What's also cool is this pure straight forming inside his hand.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tough. The 2-pin, 7-pin is the Dora indicator, so that's gonna be hard to get. There are still 3 copies of the 2-pin in the wall though, so that's not too bad.
Either way, having won 15,000 points already for Sai, he would not mind having to fold his hand, given he's won so many points already.
Yeah, that's one less 2-pin because Perry draws one, but there's one. No call though.
Chi.
Yeah. So Sai going for a bigger hand. I think we were saying Dorksport was the one in their bio who said they're gonna play for big closed reachy hands and get a lot of points. It looks like Sai is gonna be playing for that here, even already at 47,000. Maybe they're also just willing to let the dealer go, as you said.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jinxie's hand still needs a lot of work. Does have Dora though. It looks like no one really has a hand that's really strong or really quick, so they have time to develop their hands. the main one here is going to be Dorksport, who can actually call for Tiny Eldora too. So it would be a nice 4,500 point hand if he manages to win it.
And we saw Sai discard the 9 of dots, and now the 1 of dots after drawing another 9 of dots. I don't think the 8 of dots, the Dora, is going to come out. The 8 pin here for Dorksport to pawn. Dorksport did just get a triplet of 2 mon. Oh, and Sai gets a pair of Dora 8 pin. This is going to be very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see which one gets it.
Yeah, it looks like they're both going for all simples. Makes sense. They have Dora. They want to win the hand quickly. See if it works out for them. Saya picks up a triplet of the 4 of bamboos and all 1 away. Only the 7 of bamboo.
Their favorite tile. They're counting on their favorite tile to come through for them here. Sai. Well, that 5 mon could also be useful, but of course Perry needs it, so it's not coming out. There goes Jinxie's favorite tile, the north. No use here. Jinxie's already discarded it twice.
Dorksport is now 1 away after picking up a 2 mon, so could even reach this hand for a nice comeback. There's even potential for a mixed triple sequence.
We have to watch out if Sai draws the 7 pin, because that will leave an extra 8 pin left over. Con opportunity? Can we get some content?
Some content?
No, not this time. That's going to, I guess that locks the Dora in the hand, right? There's no more no more temptation to draw the 7 pin and do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and discard a Dora. So it's actually kind of bad for Dorksport in this case.
Dorksport.
Yeah, big opportunity to change weight for Dorksport. Taking a big think. Not gonna do it.
Ooh, the Dora here. Do you discard this?
Yeah, this is so dangerous to discard so late, but it gets discarded. I mean, Saya has a lot of value in their hand. I think another reason they're not conning is because 5-so. You can see Perry has a 5-so in their hand. 5-so would make 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6. So it is kind of like a 2-sided weight.
It might end up that no one gets to Tempai here.
Yeah, less than 15 tiles, just more than 10. That 6 is extremely useful. It's not quite Tempai though. Perry's hand is really weird. I thought it was Tempai at first glance, but it's not. It's Perry missing a pair. How ironic. Wait, this should do it though.
I think this is Tempai.
This is actually Tanyao as well. This is huge. Oh, that deals in. That's the expensive side.
If they put Tanyao Pinfu, it's gonna be a very valuable hand.
Huge turnaround here. We didn't get any cut in, so it's not quite Mangan. But Pinfu, Ipeko or pure double sequence, and then Tanya all simples. It's a nice 3,900. Of course, with Ricci, that would have been huge. But there's a good chance Sai doesn't deal into it if Ricci happens.
And Perry also manages to get the repeat counters added, so that's an extra 600 points added on top. Very, very good. And now Jinxie's dealer starts off strong with a pawn of the Red Dragon.
Yeah, this Red Dragon pawn from our dealer here, as I change the viewpoint so that we can catch it, it's interesting because there is a Dora in hand, and maybe we can see a half flush maneuver, but that seems a little bit slow. But sometimes you just win a fast hand to keep your dealer going. And definitely can't fault Jinxie.
There's also the possibility of drawing the Dora, and this hand could become very valuable. You can also use the red 5, so
it is
this hand
still
holds
out
a lot
there.
of potential.
Yep. And of course, it's a lot harder to win without the Red Dragon. So, solid call here from Jinxie. Speaking of red 5s, there's one of them.
What do you drop here is the question.
Yeah, efficiency-wise, it's the 1-so Dora, and actually Jinxie just goes straight efficiency, not even thinking about the extra value. Perry also doing the same, waiting on my favorite, the 3-so here. Jinxie's gonna push right at it, even with the 5 discarded after the 2. Maybe because it's red, Jinxie doesn't think the 3-pin is that dangerous. And in this case, he's right. Perry waiting on 3-so only. This is another dangerous tile, but he just goes ahead and does it.
Yeah,
Dork-
he's not afraid.
Yeah, Dorksport's the only one holding a deal in tile.
Ooh, Dora 2 now for Jinxie. That's gonna be a very expensive hand that he just picked up. Now Tempai on 3-6 mon.
It's a big payoff here. We can see Dorksport folding there with the 5 mon.
Oh, and the Tsumo for Jinxie. That's gonna be 2,000 points from everybody. 6,000 points for Jinxie, now putting him in second.
Yeah, that is a huge draw. Jinxie paid off for his courage there. It definitely looked a little dicey throwing 3-pin and 6-pin, but he had a good read on the discard order. And, you know, maybe a little bit of luck too. Like, there's no way that it never deals in. But in this case, Jinxie calculated the risk reward and was paid off with 2 red 5s, not just 1. You were talking about how Jinxie could use red 5s. Able to use 2 by the end of the hand. Huge.
Commentator's blessing.
That's right.
So we'll see here if Jinxie can make another one of those plays. Looks like his hand is not as good as the previous one with the Yakuhai, but we'll see. He does have Dora in his hand, so
Ooh.
could become a very valuable hand.
That's unfortunate. When you see Jinxie's opening hand, you start to think Pinfu, and so Jinxie decided to keep the 2-so over the White Dragon, and just backfire right on turn 2 when Jinxie drew another White Dragon. But
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
yeah, just because it was a backfire doesn't mean it was the wrong decision. In this case, it just didn't work out.
And we'll see if Jinxie here, he does get 1 away. It's not that valuable of a hand, but you know, I think any Reachy here is good enough. You get someone to fold and you get to keep your dealer maybe.
Yeah. We can see Perry trying to catch up. You know, all the players started with 30,000, and so far Dorksport has been the only one under that current mark. Dorksport could use this to get Tempai. The Tempai would be on my favorite 3-so, but I don't know if it's Dorksport's favorite. In fact, I know it wasn't because they put White Dragon in their list.
White Dragon.
But they're gonna do it. Yeah, this one isn't worth that much, but it's hard to see what else you can do here.
Oh, but there's a Reachy. Do you go for this? Do you drop Dora into a 2-call hand and
That's
another call
really
from Saya?
scary. I think that's why Jinxie's thinking so hard. Normally, you might just go for it, but with 2 calls, it's exactly as you mentioned.
See, I like this play because if you draw the 3 of characters, you get such a good upgrade. You get a 1/4/7 weight. So definitely a lot more potential for this hand to become a monster if you're Reachy. And given there's 2 calls, they would not have a lot of tiles to defend with.
That's right. Although, to be fair here, the 4-pin does not look that safe either, so it could be possible that the 4-pin deals in, but if it does deal in, it's probably a lot less expensive than if the 2 Mondora deals in. So,
Yeah, the 2 Dora could deal into a triplet of the Dora, and that would be way too many points for you to risk it, right?
yeah,
But
basically
the
a
4-pin,
Mondon.
the 4-pin is not too dangerous.
Red 5 for Perry. And Perry's looking at a Tanyao, an inside kind of hand. Sai moves right ahead. Sai is willing to cut the 5 mon straight up, no fear.
Oh, do you Reachy with the
Oh,
Furitan?
this is so bad. This is so difficult. Yeah, Jinxie's not gonna do it. Like, there's definitely room for it to do it. You have like Pinfu Dora 1 as the dealer, and it would have been Ipatsumo!
Would it be Potsid?
Now that you have a 3-sided weight though, maybe this is enough. To be fair, there's
It is still Furitan, but
there's only one 1-pin, so actually this weight is not that much better than the original one.
he takes it. The
Okay.
3-sided Reachy Furitan, so he cannot win by Ron on any of these tiles.
Yeah.
But it is still a very good hand. It has 1 Dora. Reachy being Sumo Dora could be a Mangan with Ura.
Ooh, and we see Dorksport right after folding. The 3-so comes out from Sai, so that's one of the things. If the dealer Richie's discards the Dora, what are you gonna do? It's Dorksport with only 1 hand. They folded just before they would have won, and in the end, Sai gets the win there from Perry's discard. So Jinxie not getting paid off for that huge weight. It was Furitan after all, but just Perry's points going to Sai, and Sai taking a slightly bigger lead.
Yeah, Saya is doing very well here. Going into East 4, he does still have a dealer to defend. Um, we'll see what he can do with that. Looks like Jinxie is going to start with a triplet of the north. A very nice hand here. Not deciding to go for the half flush, as it was one of the possibilities, but deciding to go for maybe some more speed.
Yeah, just everybody. I'm still thinking about the last hand, how everybody got in. I think it was a 4-player Tenpai hand by the end of it, except Dorksport had left out. But you're right, that maybe we should be paying more attention to this hand, especially with that East finally coming out. Perry now having the double East, and of course Jinxie having the almost completed hand you mentioned. With the Dora acceptance, right? The 4-pin, so that could be a monster. That could be first place. Jinxie could definitely get first place right now.
Yeah, when you have a triplet of your Yakuhai already in hand, so you don't even have to call it, and you have Dora, you know you're in for a big hand.
Yeah, so far 3 bad draws for Jinxie though. Oh, actually gonna keep that 7. Maybe looking for kind of a mixed triples, or maybe just considering it safer than the 4-so in the future. The thing is, Perry already discarded 4-so, so in terms of safety to the dealer, the 4-so is safer. Or maybe Jinxie's just psychic. Look at that draw.
Wow, he just knows. He just knows. He draws the 1 away. So now waiting on the 1 pin, 6, 9, 8 so, and 6 mon.
Yeah, and there's the
And that's
chi.
gonna be Tenpai.
So, okay, so because Jinxie took the 6-9 so weight here, he actually has the chance to rotate it to 5, 6, 7 and wait on only 6, but add mixed triples or Sanshoku to the hand.
Yeah, if he draws the 5 of bamboo, he could wait on that. Of course, we know that. Oh, Darksport actually had all the 6-os. I didn't think he would discard them, but it looks like we have to discard the deal in into this Yakuhai Dora 2 for 3,900.
Yeah, I think that was a 7 pairs attempt here. I'm looking at the hand again. I was kind of surprised too, but looks like Dorksport was going for 7 pairs. That's about the only way that Jinxie was getting that 6-9, because a lot of 9s were discarded. I guess there was still technically 1. But Dorksport in a tough spot now, trying to get the 7 pairs. Onto the south round. Dorksport was the first dealer, and this is their last dealer chance in the first game.
So they're going to try to come back here. They need some repeats to make up that point difference that they lost so many points. Let's see if they can come back. Of course, there are still 2 games, so there's plenty of room to come back after this, but you really want to win those hands right now.
Yeah, this could be a big help. We can see Dorksport maybe getting 1, 2, 3 here for mixed triples. But Saya is going pretty quickly. Saya's hand is actually a little bit of a mess. Other players don't know that, but they might consider Saya's hand kind of fast here, and it's getting better. Every draw seems to be improving for Saya. Dorksport not making any calls though.
Yeah, just going for a close hand as it is his playstyle, right, from the quote.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, we can't miss Perry here either. Perry with a huge draw. It's not the greatest, considering they already have the pair of 2-pin, and yeah, not as huge as I initially thought. They're just gonna discard.
I mean, it does have a lot of potential. If we see a 6-mon draw for Perry, we could see a monster hand.
Oh, this would be nice.
1 away currently.
If they still had the 6-0 here, this would be a really nice 2, 3, 4. But I'm sure they don't want to like get rid of all the Dora. They're gonna do it though.
They did discard the Dora, so it looks like they're gonna be locking in the all samples.
Yeah, the hesitant Dora discard right there. Oh, and with the extra 6 right now would be in beautiful situation. But it is what it is. Perry 1 away. Still a really good spot. We'll see if they call any tiles here.
Dorksport hand is improving, and the nice thing about Dorksport's hand is that he has 2 of the trio bamboos, which completely block out Saya's attempt here to make a quick hand.
Yeah, the only downside is he discards them in the future.
Yeah, depending on what's drawn, it could happen.
Okay, 1 away.
1 away for Dorksport.
It's gonna be hard to make the mixed triples though, the Sanchoku, but it is possible.
We could also just see a Richie for a Pinfu and a pure double sequence attempt if he draws a 1 of bamboo or 4 bamboo.
Yeah, that seems the most likely case here. A lot of 4 bamboos gone, but there are still a number of 1 bamboos. You can see only one on the table right now and none in anybody's hand. So good chance to get a one of bamboo.
We have a Richie from Jinxie. There's going to be a Richie Pinfu potential. No potential for mixed triple sequence. We have a Richie potential from Dorksport as well.
Yeah, one run is safe here.
And also with the situation with the points, you gotta go for it.
That's right. No Yaku here, no Dora. It's a tough, but Dorksport needs this last dealer, right? So it's whatever you get.
So it looks like there's still 2 trio bamboos that would deal into Jinxie, or that Jinxie can draw to win the hand. And looks like there only there's 1 2 of bamboo left for Dorksport to grab. His weight is 2 mon and 2 so.
That's right. Wonder if Sai would ever be convinced to discard 2 mon. I don't really think so.
It looks like they're folding now.
Yeah, 1 so doesn't look too bad here. Doesn't look great though. Maybe the 2 mon comes out now actually. Sai is taking a long time to think.
This is a tough decision.
Yeah, 4 so could also come out. Oh, 3 pin. Yeah,
the safe tall against the dealer, which makes sense.
Defend against the dealer more than the other players, because the dealer's worth more. Oh, another pair! Sign another tough bind. Finds the right
so with
discard.
that discard, it's going to have 2 discards to defend here.
Yeah, that green dragon is pretty good though.
Another deal-in tile here, drawn by Perry, but shift the defense.
Perry survives. Dora comes out. I think Perry should be able to survive here. Actually, I don't know. They do. Yeah, the 3 pin dealt by Sai earlier will get them out.
So 2 Tenpais here, 1 for Dorksport, 1 for Jinxie. Dorksport getting exactly what he needs, a repeat on the dealer. So hopefully this time he manages to win a hand. Really needs those points.
Yep. We'll see if Dorksport can make this comeback. Definitely necessary. There are 2 games to go, but you don't wanna go into the second game down by a lot.
Sai has a very nice hand here with 3 Dora. We'll see what becomes this out of this hand.
What is the plan here? What is
Jinxie
the plan?
has a potential to finish this hand quickly with that pair of Wests.
Yeah, the rest of his hand actually isn't quite that fast. It's gonna be hard. Like, it's a big risk, I think, if Jinxie calls the West tiles. See, like, Perry just drew something really nice.
Perry does have Dora 3, so this South and 3 Dora would be nice to win.
Ooh, Dorksport going efficiency, cutting the 2 so. Normally this is a decent play, but when you need this many points, I wonder. Tough spot here for Perry. Has the bad 5-7 pin weight, but it's worth so much with 2 Dora. Yeah, that Perry's gonna keep it. It's a very difficult weight to finish though.
Dorksport needs to get that Richie soon. Can't run out of time with this hand.
There goes a 3 mon. It's getting tougher for Dorksport.
Yeah, 2 3 months gone. Maybe we can find some upgrades for Dorksport.
Okay, that's something.
Just like that, just like that.
That's something. Let's see what the discard is. Yeah, the 4 so.
Yeah, the 4 of bamboo. So locking in the 3-6 weight on the bamboo side for more acceptance of a 7 and a 2 for the rest of the hand.
And there's the 3 so. Let's see what the weight is.
The weight's gonna be 2 and 7 mon. So that weight is more live than the 3 mon.
Massive
Only 2
draw
left
for
for
Sai here as well. Oh, Sai just not willing to go for anything here. Doesn't take the Tenpai with 4 Dora in hand. Cuts straight out of the 4-5-6. So insane discipline from Sai. Another chance. This one is not Tenpai anymore though. Yeah, Sai.
Just folds. Yeah. A beautiful hand that does not hold a promise.
It's promise. It's not a promise. It's only potential.
It's only
That was
potential.
Jinxie. I'm remembering. Yeah, we can see Perry kind of stuck. But it looks like all our players do not want to deal into last place. Oh, but Perry finds
Ooh.
Tenpai.
Perry finds Tempai for 3 Dora. That's gonna be a manga with South and Red.
Yeah, and it's actually Hanuman because they're waiting on Dora, so they'd be guaranteed another Dora. However, we know where all the Dora are right now, so it's looking bad for Perry.
We could see a change here of weight if a 6-pin or a 3-pin is drawn, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but it looks like Saya hasn't even been willing to push the hand. Oh, finds another Tenpai! Finds the Tenpai again! This is crazy. Saya's just drawing everything.
Now we just need to find the Tsumo.
Yeah, still no willingness to
There's
reach.
no Richie.
So you're right. Saya's only Yaku is Sumo.
The West.
Jinxie's
Didn't
chance.
drop.
This is actually not Tenpai, so it's really tough for Jinxie to take it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
But it's
thinking
two
about it.
Seikals.
Goes
he
for
wants,
it.
I think he wants the Tempai payments at the end.
Yeah.
Gonna be fighting hard for those points.
Yeah, he needs one more tile to get Tenpai though. Will he find that? That's not it. That is also not it actually. That's not Tenpai either.
Yeah, and it doesn't deal in because the 6-man is not there's no Yaku for Saya, and it looks like we're gonna have an exhaustive draw. 3 Tempais, but
Yeah.
they're all blocking each other's weights.
Dang, to have 4 Dora in your hand and just still slowly fold takes a lot of patience, a lot of guts. But Sai
Didn't-
just recognizing the position he's in with the points makes the play with the least danger.
Yeah, and he still managed to keep that Tempai at the end. Looks like we're gonna have another really nice hand for Dorksport. This hand has a lot of potential and it's already 1 away.
Yeah, a really
So-
nice draw. No value here yet though. Maybe a red 5 could change things.
Very close to Tempai.
Yep.
I mean, with 3 Reachy sticks and 2 repeats, that's 3,600 extra points. So you definitely just take anything here, even if it's 1 Han.
Reach.
Ooh, looks like we have a Reachy for
Yeah,
Jinxie.
5-8 pin.
Ooh, that's a very bad draw.
I don't know if Dorksport can afford to let this go though. Oh, Dorksport's gonna hold off. Not deal in Ipatsu. Maybe see if they can work this hand a little more.
This hand feels very rough to push. The 4 Bamboo looks very scary to discard. You do still have 2 more games after this, so you can't go all in thinking, oh, I need to win, and then deal in. I think it is the right call to defend, even if you need those points to get out of last, because there's still more game to be played.
Yeah, you did mention the 3 Reachy sticks now becoming 4 with Jinxies on the table though. It's hard to give up on all that. Perry gets a triplet here. So Perry might actually strike. It's gonna be hard though. Perry's even further away. Yeah, Perry's not gonna go for it here. Dorksport kind of turning back around though.
Ooh,
Dorksport
looks like
is,
we have a play for all simples.
yeah,
from
Dorksport is 2 away from Tenpai now though. So to turn around here is, it's definitely a lot slower than the initial Richie made it out to me. But now that more tiles have been discarded, there are a few safer tiles for Dorksport. Not including the Forso though. That tile is still a problem.
Saya could also perhaps see a null simples play here, depending on what he draws.
Yeah, there's a 5. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you want to keep the 1 in play.
Still waiting on 5 and 8 of circles for Jinxie. This hand could very well put him in first place.
Yeah, there's the 2. And there's the 8. Saya
I don't
holds
think
it.
that one's coming out though. Saya is a very defensive
There's a
player, as we
3.
have seen.
That's true. This will be perfect for Dorksport. I don't know if Perry will discard it though. Perry's hand isn't in the greatest shape, yeah.
Oh, but Tenbai for Dorksport picks up the 3 of circles. Now waiting on 3 mon and 7 pin.
This is definitely one way to turn it back around. Dora!
Now finds the Dora.
It's middle Suji, but it's still Dora. Yeah, okay. Dorksport's gonna eventually cut the 3-mon, which was not safe by any means.
He needs to make this comeback happen, though.
Yeah. And there's his tile, but I think Perry's gonna hold on to it. There are still just one remaining? Yeah, it's the Dora indicator. There's one left for Perry.
Oh, yeah, there's one left.
Yeah.
This is so scary.
There still seem to be a decent amount of 5/8s in the wall. Oh, never mind. That's one less. Yeah, Jinxie
Very
just not
tough
able.
spot. Dorksport still might. Oh, that's such a bad draw.
Yeah, that's not good.
Dorksport,
Oh.
no. Deals into Jinxie.
That is a
It's
tough
a-
one.
Oh, and the Uradora as well. That's going to be a Mangon, essentially. 7,700 with the repeats is going to be a lot of points. It's going to be 8,300 plus 4 Reachy 6.
And now, Sai, who was playing a very cool and calculated first place, has essentially lost it. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the downsides of playing the safe game, is that you allow other players the ability to cash in, you know, all those repeat sticks in the middle. And so now
Oh, but
Jinxie...
Jinxie's hand in the previous round came so quickly that I don't know if Saya could have really done much about it.
Yeah, that's true.
But Saya does have a very nice hand now. He does have Dora too. Could we see potentially a shift to half outside?
Maybe. With 2 Dora in hand, though, it's hard to say. Unless Sai can get 1-2-3, 1-2-3 in the Manzu suit, it might be hard to see half outside shift happening. Things like 7 pairs might happen. Or maybe
Ooh,
just
the
a
7
Reachy when things line up, like triplets. Oh, there's another 2. Maybe even we get mixed triples. Sanchoku 1-2-3.
We could see that too.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. In fact, Sai just cuts the 9, so they're not really thinking about the outside hand anymore.
Jinxie's hand does have a lot of circles, but also now has 2 red 5s. So I think maybe Jinxie's hand is going to end up just a normal reach Pingfu with 2 Dora.
That's right.
Maybe.
This is interesting. Triple 3s,
Yep.
and in fact, yeah, Sai cuts the 1-2 mon there. Tempting to keep that shape, but it's not that great. Dorksport gets the last 3, and it fits into their hand perfectly. They're not going to go for the White Dragon Call. They're going to go for the Tanyao shape. The all-inside shape.
Ooh,
All
Darksport.
symbols.
We could see a comeback hand here from Darksport. This hand holds a lot of potential.
Yeah, this ain't bad for sure. That's 5 pairs for Sai. They would have to discard a Dora to make it happen, so maybe they'll go for all triples. All triplets. Not bad here for Dorksport. It's not the greatest, but it's slight improvement. Yeah, out goes the last White Dragon.
None of them quite getting there quite yet.
And this is kind of the calm before the storm, but in fact, Perry's actually used this time to develop a huge hand of their own. A lot of players using the middle tiles this hand. Sai might actually be lucky because they're using some outside tiles here. A lot of the other players are waiting for the same middle. Actually cuts the 1 from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, doesn't want that tempo. Dorksport looking for points.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate that he dropped the 6 of circles earlier because there could have been a potential for the mixed triple sequence here.
Yeah, no delay at all on the 4 pin, so it looks like Dorksport has turned calls off as well. Definitely knowing that they need a lot of points.
Sai hand just took a turn for the godly as he picks up another concealed triplet. We could even see a 4 concealed triplet hand. Now 1 away for that.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's 3 concealed triplets, the fact it has 3 Dora and that Sai is the dealer, this could be the hand of the game. We were saying last time Sai was in the lead by so much that they actually folded a 3 Dora, 4 Dora hand even.
So
And-
Tenpai for Sai, dealer all triplets, Dora 3.
Oh, Jinxie avoids dealing in. Oh, we got a Reachy though. Perry's got a big hand. Can
Do you
Jinxie
push here?
survive?
Can Saya survive?
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
It's
The
Tenpai on
reason-
5 and 8.
Riso just came out. Yep.
Yeah, there's
Dork
one
Sport
8 of them.
Tenpai.
Oh my goodness.
Richie.
Richie on 2-man 4-pin.
Yeah, because
2 Richies on the table, but still a dealer Mangan.
the 147 weight is just Furitan.
Sumo. It's Sumo for Perry, and what do we have here? Richie, Pinkfu, Tanya, Dora, and Nora. But still, that's gonna be a Mangan, and that's going to put Perry in second, I believe.
Yeah, and it's going to keep Sai from connecting on this Haneman at least with Baiman potential.
So not quite second for Perry, but all the 3 players are very close together. Dorksport, unfortunately, not able to complete that hand.
Yeah, Dork Sport unfortunately gonna end up in negatives from that sumo. This is a tough first game. No more dealers. Just try and play for as many points as you can get. Yeah, Dork Sport almost 40,000 points away from 3rd place right now. Just a tough opener.
At this point, if you're Dorksport, would you even consider going for something like a 13 Orphans?
I might consider it, but I think with 2 games left to go, I'll just play the hand that's dealt to me and just collect points, because every point matters.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
The Uma is only 50 and 5, so even something like a Haneman for 12,000 is worth as much as like 1 position of Uma usually.
Mm-hmm.
So even
That
if
is
you're
true.
even if you're this deep in the hole, 1 Haneman is still worth 1 Haneman worth of points. Still 12
Mhm.
points, 12,000.
We're gonna see if Jinxie decides to push this hand or ends up just folding it out to pass the dealer along. One of the things you can do when you're ahead is not necessarily try to win, but just pass the game along by not winning. Maybe it's better to take the guaranteed fold over the potential to deal in and lose that first place.
It's still hard to say though. When Sai when Sai folded that 4 Dora hand, I believe it was even Tenpai, but it was a dealer Richie that they had to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And there's never any guarantee that Dora 3 hand is going to win, right?
Right.
Even if you get the Tenpai.
but if they had actually gotten it, they would be definitely ahead of Jinxie here. We'll see.
Mhm.
Maybe they take a look at that in the replays later. But maybe that would also have just led them to deal into Dorksport, right? That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's one of the risks.
Jinxie gonna try and extend his lead here though. Gonna go with the 5-pin and 7-pin triplet weight instead.
This hand also has the potential to become an all triplets. So all triplet Tanya Dora is Mangan for dealers, so you could pick up even more points if you're Jinxie.
I didn't even take a look at that. It is going to be hard though because both Dorksport and Sai are using the 5-pin really well. Dorksport also using another 7-pin on top of that. But definitely possible. Dorksport might have something here. The 2-pin are probably a good pair, but yeah, Dorksport's seeing the value. Gonna abandon the 2-pin pair and just go for the big money.
I'm interested to see what Perry ends up deciding to do here with this hand. He has a lot of pairs of bamboo, so what? Could we see all triplets full flush?
That would be an interesting one. With a completed 6, 7, 8 mod, I'd like to dream, but I don't think Perry's gonna dream that much. Perry still has a dealer turn to go, unlike the rest of the players. So Perry might be more satisfied with something smaller.
That's true.
Dora.
Here we go. Do we see the switch to all triplets? One away for Jinxie.
Yeah, this would be
With
pretty
the pickup
cool.
of the three pin pair.
Oh no! No, it doesn't go for it. Maybe feels that the dot tiles, the Pinzu tiles, are being used in other players' hand.
Yeah, Dorksport has only really discarded 1 circles as of now. Now he has discarded 2, but before, you can definitely tell that there are a lot of circles missing. And Sai now reaching on the Green Dragon pairway. So everyone except for Jinxie has a Green Dragon in hand, and they're gonna have to hold on tight.
Jinxie paid off for his read on the table. Not going for all triplets, but getting that Manzu tile. 5, 6, 7 mon complete, so now Jinxie's Tenpai, even if it's not worth as much, at least it's Tenpai.
No way to win this hand outside of Ron, but just having the Tenpai is always worth it for that sweet no 10 payments.
Yeah, considering Dorksport is in a tough spot, the Dora might come out, but because Dorksport isn't that close to Tenpai right now and there's only 5 tiles left, I don't see it coming out anymore.
So Jinxie decides to fold against the Ricci, which I think makes a lot of sense because he's already in first and he does not need the repeat necessarily.
Oh, this is a tough one. Will Jinxie go back to Tenpai here?
What
Because
do you
none of these
discard
tiles
here?
are really safe.
Okay, the 8 of Circles.
Yeah, I guess that one was kind of safe. It wasn't actually safe though.
Yeah, 3, 7 of Circles were discarded already.
ノーテ
The Green Dragon weight revealed to all. No one going to deal in.
There was still
That's
one in the
3,000
wall,
points.
actually. There was still a green dragon in the wall there.
Mm-hmm.
It's
In the
a
dead wall.
Dead wall Dora. It happens sometimes.
So now Perry going to be the last dealer in South 4.
Yeah, this is mediocre. That's gonna help though. That's a pair.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Yeah, we'll see.
else?
This hand does have a lot of potential. You can always just draw the tiles and reach Bean Foodora.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Nobody else is really looking that speedy either, but Sai has collected some value with 2 Dora.
Are we seeing what I think we're seeing from Darksport? The 13 Orphans attempt?
Yeah, this is a tough one, right? I think Dorksport started with only 7, but you're in South 4. It'll get Dorksport into at least 3rd place if they can get it. On a sumo, I believe. 2nd place, perhaps? No, I don't think so. Sumo would still be 3rd place, huh? It's just a tough
Yeah,
spot
not
for
quite.
Dorksport.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Unfortunately, the hand did
gotta
not
do.
look very good.
Yeah, you do gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. Saya's hand looks very nice. Lots of good shapes. Dora.
Is Dorksport up at 10 about? Still needs the south though. It's still in the wall. The last south is still in the wall.
One away for Saya.
It's gonna be tough for Dorksport to make this happen. Oh, triple red dragons though. Maybe a shift in idea, shift in shape. Nope, gonna cut the pair. Stick to the plan.
One away for Perry. What will happen here?
Yeah, Perry.
Looking for the... We can still see an upgrade here for Perry. We could see a 3-mon or a 7-mon drawn before the Ricci. So
Right.
it could get nicer. We do have Tenpai now for Sai. Deciding not even to Ricci. Just gonna take this pure straight Dora 2. It's actually enough for Mangan, so on Sumo or Ron, it's enough for first.
Yeah, that is
Very
a
nice situation
monster
here.
closed Tenpai that just kind of was drawn by Sai.
It just kind of
Shadow
happened.
Tenpai, yeah. Nobody can see it, it's in the shadows.
Boom.
How many tiles are available? A decent amount of tiles are still in the wall for it as well, even if nobody discards it. Yeah.
Oh, but Sumo for Sai! That's gonna be pure straight Dora 2 Sumo Mangan. 8,000 points. Gonna put him at almost 50,000 and in first place.
So it works out for Sai.
Mm-hmm.
The safe discard, the fold against Dorksport. Sai just managed to find enough dangerous tiles to get past Jinxie. And take the first place here.
So very well played by Saya with the discipline to fold a Dora 3 hand against the Ricci. It's going to take first place with 49,600. Definitely a very nice showing here. That exactly what you want in the first match of a 3-game series. Jinxie is going to be our second place. Got some nice hands, But unfortunately, Saya got even nicer hands. Going to take second with 42,800. Perry played very well as well. Got that nice hand at the beginning, but unfortunately, the other players just got such nice hands back to back. Perry going to be at third place, 32,100, and unfortunately, Dorksport dealing into that dealer manga at the beginning and some other unfortunate hands ends up at minus 4,500 in fourth place.
Yeah, that was a very crazy hand at the end there. We could kind of see it coming as viewers and spectators seeing everything, but I think a lot of the other players might have felt a bit blindsided by that one. Just boom, Mangan right on the table, especially Jingxi. That's the kind of stuff you gotta watch out for at the highest level, though. There's not too much you can do about it, but you can't say it's too unexpected, I guess.
So with that, we have the we have our game one. We have our scores for our game one. Soon we're gonna have the second game as well, and I'm sure we have some other nice treats for you guys in the meantime.
Yep. Do you remember what we promised in the beginning?
We did. People are asking in the chat. Don't worry, guys. We got you. We got you. We know what you want.
But first,
But first,
we need the important stuff.
So this is how the scoreboard looks like right now. We only have our one game. So we have Sayai going to be in first place currently at plus 34.6, a very nice start. Jingxi is going to be in second with plus 17.8. Perry is going to be in third with minus 2.9, not too bad. And unfortunately, Dorksport got very unlucky, ended up at minus 49.5 in fourth. But this is only the score for game one. Just how we saw a negative 49, we could see a plus 50. It has happened before. Some people sometimes just get those crazy dealer repeats and end up running away with the game.
Yeah, I mean, the scores weren't too high. Unfortunately, most of the points were taken from Dorksport, which is why the other scores weren't that high, because a lot of them came from Dorksport. But that means there's a lot of room for Dorksport to get an even higher score in the next two games. Very cool, very cool. And as promised, our support staff has got you. They're already in the chat delivering the goods. We've got the finals gift code here on stream. Hope you are appreciating the tournament. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to the official Mahjong Soul channel so that you can get notifications on next events, next tournaments, and maybe other gift codes in the future.
Yeah, so if you want to input this gift code, you should log into Mahjong Soul on the web client. So in settings, other than gift code. And the gift code, for those of you who are listening, or maybe you can't see it in the chat, it is K7PZG3AUQ.
That's right. Once again, K7PZG3AUQ. So you have to be on browser to input the gift codes. I know a lot of people are enjoying the new PC client that came out only a few months ago. It's very nice to be able to get the Yakuman animations on the PC client and not just the mobile client. But you will need to log into your browser at least just for this gift code. There's a little cog in the top right, that's the settings. Then you click the others tab, and then you click the gift code and you type it in here. You can copy and paste it from our Yostar official support, posted it in the chat, or you can type it in yourself if you are listening, watching, etc. It expires on the 27th at 3 p.m. UTC -7. That is 3 p.m. Pacific right now, and 6 p.m. Eastern right now. So you got about 2 days to get it in, day and a half. And if it's not working, try making sure all the letters are capital.
Yes, that's an important detail. And hopefully we can input these codes too. I want some goodies too. Everyone does.
Yeah, if your friend is coming back tomorrow, and you tell your friend to get the gift code in before it expires. Tell them to come back to this VOD, and they'll hear us remind them to put it in capital letters if it's not working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so tell your friends, tell them to come watch some amazing mahjong, but definitely tell them of the gift codes.
Yeah. It'd be even better if they're hearing right now. That would be super cool. We can get our viewer count up. Everyone for this exciting mahjong. These players have qualified from the previous Catfood Bowl. We had many tournaments over the past year, I suppose. This season for the Catfood Bowl is almost a year, I believe. And with that, we are giving the players a little bit of a break. So in the meantime, what do we remember, right?
I remember right at the beginning, Richie from Dorksport, and unfortunately, right after, the dealer reaching, and unfortunately, Dorksport dealt into Ipatsu.
Yeah, that is... Sometimes you hope it's not an omen when the game starts off like that. But unfortunately, it seems like that was the beginning of a little downward spiral for Dorksport in this first game. Still huge room to come back here, though. And Jinxie, they're putting up a good showing. As I mentioned at the beginning, Jinxie is one of the writers of the Mahjong Soul Classroom. I believe Jinxie's articles are part of the 201 segment. You can check that out on the official site there. It's in either the news or the other section, I believe. There's a lot of resources for people to get better at Mahjong, essentially.
Yeah, it is really cool that Yostar / Catfood Bowl, Catfood Studios is providing these guides.
Yeah, I mean, they started with the in-game tutorial, which you can still do if you haven't done. You can collect some rewards from that, some copper, some gifts. Hope you guys have used the gift code now, and I hope you've found what's in that as well. But yeah, if you haven't done the tutorial, if you're a new player, or even if you're not a new player, you can do the tutorial and get a little bit of copper and gifts from that. It's pretty cool. Woo! And we have, I guess we've kind of just begun, but so far, Sai was the winner of the Snow Tiger Roar, or I think Sai was second in the Snow Tiger Roar, but we got the Snow Tiger Roar players in first and third, and we've got the Lucky Strike players in second and fourth. So we'll see. I mean, they're not on teams or anything, but we'll see whether a Snow Tiger player or a Lucky Strike player can come up with the victory.
Yeah, Saya's motto really coming true in the previous match. Just don't deal in, and like he said, he didn't deal in, and he got first. So maybe everyone could learn a little bit from watching Saya's play.
You know, that's actually perfect because, oh man, that was such.
I mean, he did it just like he said, right? He had Dora 3 and just decided to play it safe, just don't deal in, and I can win it later. And sure enough, it worked out for him.
Yeah, it was, I believe it was a South 1 hand, right? What a hand. Let's see if I can dig it up here. Now we'll take a look at it before the next game. You can see Dorksport in the dealer spot here. Sai is just drawing Dora. And here it is, just before turn 9. Dorksport reaches 2-7. Sai draws the Dora, cuts the 4, so that's a safe tile for now. But you can see between the 5 and the 6 in their hand, they had the 4, 5, 6 draws a Dora. This is Tempai right now, waiting on 6-mon. Ooh, what a decision! What a decision indeed.
But he's really showing us how it's done. Just don't deal in, even if you have a massive hand potentially. It's better to just not deal in. Especially against the 4th place, right? Because you really don't want to let the 4th place come back.
That's right. We can go
But it
around.
looks like we might have our matches ready. Is that correct?
Alright, I think they're just about ready now, so after checking out this little excerpt from the previous game, let's see if we can get into a new one. Woof.
So let's make some noise for the second game of the Catfood Bowl Major, Kirin Season 2. We're gonna have our second match. Sai in the lead currently. Jinxie right behind. Perry doing alright. Not a lot of negative. Unfortunately, Darksport is gonna be in 4th. We're gonna be seeing if he can make a comeback in our second game. Still got 3rd game. But let's jump right in. As Perry is our first dealer. And a pretty decent hand. Has some nice shapes.
Yeah, we can see emotes enabled for this tournament here, so the players can greet each other. Maybe a little bit of calming down after the first game. We can see players dropping some emotes, getting ready to settle down for another 2 games of Mahjong here. It can be stressful, especially with a lot on the line. You know, each of these players either came in 1st or 2nd in a previous Catfood Bowl, so they do know how to win, but that doesn't mean the pressure doesn't get to you.
Oh, for sure. We do have a nice pickup here for Perry. Going to put him at 1 away for ReachMahjongofNewYork, potentially with Dora. So have that to look forward to. Jinxie also has a pretty decent hand with Dora and Green Dragon pair.
Decent, but is it decent enough to beat our dealer Perry here? Perry does need a little something to get back up into 1st place. Not as much as Dorksport, but that'll do it. Not the
This is a
greatest
very
lead.
nice pickup here. Richie Dora as dealer. Definitely can't scoff at that. You also have the Richie Suji trap on the 4 of circles when you discard a tile and your winning tile is 3 tiles away from it. So nice trap there.
Yeah. One side of the Suji trap is set. Immediately discards Dora. No choice when you're in Richie. Maybe Perry wants to take that Richie back right now, but it would be a little slower to use it. Jinxie not dealing in the 4-pin and instead folding the hand, so that's probably one 4-pin that Perry's not going to get. We can see another one on Dorksport's side. It's right in, so that's 2 of them that Perry's not going to get. That leaves 2 more. But 2 is still okay odds.
We'll see, you could always just Tsumo, and the thing is, this hand, if you Tsumo, it's Richie Tanya Tsumo Dora, so that's essentially a Mungan. So 12,000 points for Perry.
Yeah.
Could even see some Uradora to help.
Especially as dealer, that's gotta be worth a lot. And it's a good mood setter. It's a good momentum giver, I suppose.
Mahjong is definitely one of those games, right, Tips, where winning first or losing first can be very decisive in the entire match because it makes it so you have to take more or less risk moving forward in order to guarantee that position.
There's a lot of, I guess you can call it kind of a snowball effect, where the current position means you're not at leisure to make certain moves that you'd make if you were in a better position. Which means you gotta take more risks, which means sometimes they don't work. But sometimes they do work, and those are the beautiful comebacks we love to see. Okay, one more 4-pin
Still
left.
have a Suji trap here for Perry.
Yes.
With a 1 of circles not discarded, it's a full Suji trap.
Will Jinxie be convinced to discard the 4-pin? I guess that's one of the storylines in which Perry could win here, but there is still one in the wall. Sai drew the first one out of the wall after the Richie, so 1 remains. Oh, no more in the wall.
It's an extra 4.
But Dorksport,
It's
yeah,
Suji.
Dorksport could be convinced.
Dorksport, unfortunately, going to be dealing in to Perry. So Richie Tanya Dora 7,700. Very nice value here on the first hand for Perry.
That's right, and Dorksport's got some work cut out for them in this second game as well. Not the greatest hand for Perry on this one, though. Wouldn't count it out just yet, but maybe. You can see Sai across the table holding a lot of those dragons in their hand. So we'll see. If Perry holds it for too long, Sai might start pairing up or tripling up the green and red of their own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely don't want to let Sai pair up the green or the red. A 2 Yakuhai Dora 2 hand is very scary to face.
Yeah. When you get all three, it becomes a Yakuman. Sai is not going to go for that, though. Dora 2 in their hand, they're just going to go fast. They're already winning. Just get the points. Don't dream.
Perry's hand improving a lot. Now with 2 red 5s and some nice shapes to boot.
Yeah, you're right.
Definitely holds some potential.
Dork Sport also improving. Sai's hand improving here, but the Dora's kind of getting left. Well, the 5-pin, the red 5-pin Dora, kind of left on its own. It is a 5, though. 5s tend to find friends pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
We will see what happens. Huge draw for Dork Sport. Dork Sport's 1 away now. No Dora, but it's a really nice shape.
Yeah, the reach Pinfu here would be nice for Dorksport. You can never count out those Pinfu hands. You never know when it's going to be a reach Pinfu. Ipatsu and Tsumo for the nice comeback.
Yeah, Dork Sport's going to just hold on to the safe East tile here to help out.
Pretty nice 2 away here for Perry, actually.
I can't really tell who's going to take this down, but Sai is the first to get Tenpai.
4 of circles once again. Very dangerous.
And once again, there's 2 of them in the wall. Harry wasn't able to draw it, but maybe Sai will be able to. Oh, but Dorksport can swap it.
Dorksport.
Okay.
Yeah, he can swap for the 1. Okay. No deal in.
And Dorksport gets all simples Tanya here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
That's a very nice,
They gotta get
very nice upgrade.
Yeah, they gotta get 6-pin as well, but or that works too. 7-pin, not Tempa yet, but another helpful tile to make all simples to make Tanya.
Jinxie perhaps being a bit careful here.
Yeah, Dorksport not calling for Tempai. It would not be the easiest Tempai if they did call that 6-0. This 4-0 looks really dangerous though. It goes through though. Dorksport.
Do you cheat this?
Not too
yes,
many,
okay.
not too
We
many
see
choices.
the cheat from Perry so that he can get the repeat. I believe that's the reason.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna try to make a play for the repeat.
big reach. 3-0, 6-0. Will we see another 3-0? 3-0 and 6-0 both came out recently, which means there are less of them left. But it also means maybe players don't need it and are willing to discard it. That's what Dorksport's counting on here. Another 4-pin!
Yeah, but the 1 pin is going to be discarded a lot safer.
There's none left now. It's only if Perry or Jinxie discards it. Jinxie's in a tough spot though. 4-pin could be one of their discards. Could be one of his discards here.
Perry could still. Ooh, the 4 of circles. Use into Sai.
There it is.
It's going to be Haku Dora 3 for 7,700, putting them in first place.
And that's big, especially right on Jinxie, who was right on their tail in the scores. So putting Jinxie down leaves Sai alone at the top right now. Of course, Jinxie's
Definitely nice for Sai.
Yeah, Jinxie's gonna try and change that around here on his dealer.
This hand promises success for Jinxie, possibly half outside.
Yeah, this looks interesting. These hands can sometimes be a little bit dangerous, but usually if things start going bad when you make an outside hand, the outside tiles are safer than the inside tiles, so you can fold more easily if it doesn't work out.
Ooh, but now 1 away for Jinxie with Dora, so
Huge 3-so Dora draw for Jinxie.
half
there.
outside with Dora. That's almost Mangan for Jinxie. It could be 7,700 or even more.
Yeah, if Jinxie gets this closed, it's huge. Jinxie's holding on to the east. He is the current dealer, so that would be worth 2 Han if he could get a triplet of it. So I think that's why he's holding on to it for this long. Looking really nice. Dorksport has some choices to make here. Out comes the 1, so... Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, a very nice one away for Jinxie now.
Yeah, Dorksport gets the call on the east then. Dorksport, 1 away? No, looks like 2 away. Oh, no, it is 1 away. Dorksport has a 1 away, but it's not a very good 1 away. I think most likely it's going to be 2 away for Dorksport. Yeah, with that draw like that, Dorksport's probably just going to move a little bit more slowly to get a better weight and incorporate the points.
Saiai's hand also looks very nice to push with. If we see maybe a pawn for all simples.
Yeah, here we go. First attempt by for parry, an absolutely enormous weight. 14736, I think.
23658.
Ah, no, you're right. Yeah, so it's even better because the 1 wouldn't have won as it's a Tanya hand, but you're right. 258, that sort of Suji, and then the 3-6, the Nobetan, the double pair weight. So enormous 5 tile weight, not Furiten somehow.
Yeah, very massive hand. Whenever you get a bunch of sequences close to a triplet, it always makes for a nice hand. And
There
it
it
looks like
is.
Parry will, in fact, win the hand. It's a very small hand, only 2,000 points, but it does get Jinxie out of the dealer.
Yeah, so Perry here catching a huge wave back into first place. Jinxie kind of tough, lost their dealer turn, is currently last in this game. That's going to keep them from overtaking Saiai, but definitely not over yet. This game is still anyone's game. We're still in East 3. The points are not that far off right now, but we definitely have our first and second who are up in the top, and we have our third and fourth who are down below.
So for Saiai's dealer, we're gonna see a nice Dora pickup here for Saiai. See if they manage to draw those tiles to get to Tenpai. This could end up being a very nice hand with the Richie Dora.
Yeah, the East is double Dora, but when you have a hand that's so close to Pinfu, we can see Saiai choosing to discard it. You gotta think, what's the probability you actually get 3 Easts? And if you can't get 3 Easts, it just prevents you from getting Pinfu. So Saiai keeps the Pinfu tiles in their hand, discards the East. Dorksport's trying to put something together. Perry's also trying to put something together. I wonder if a half flush will happen for Perry. I mean, Jinxie kind of looks like Pinfu, but it
Yeah,
looks like it's just
Jinxie
gonna be
actually does have a nice 2 away. So we'll see if he manages to draw the right tiles.
Yeah. There's just a few shapes that aren't quite two-sided sequence, like open-ended Tsuko that I don't think Pinfu's gonna happen. Jinxie might just have to Richie. But hey, Richie with a Dora, maybe a second Dora with the 4-so draw in between that 3 and 5-so. That's not bad. that could be the start of a comeback for Jinxie.
We have here for Saiai, not taking the most efficient path, but definitely keeping, as this is more of his playstyle, I think, keeping the more safe tiles for later, just in case someone reaches. So he'll be ready to defend.
That's a good draw for Dorksport. Out goes the 9-pin. No one's using it right now. Perry doesn't want to call it. Not really any Yaku if Perry calls the 9-pin. Out comes an extra 5-pin from Jinxie. Maybe looking for that a 1-9, that straight Itsu.
The pure straight. Saiai drawing the 3. He did have the 1-2 before, but discarded the 2 of circles. Sorry, the 2 of characters first. So unfortunately, not going to complete a meld there.
Yeah.
But I think Saiai's playstyle is completely fine with not winning a hand here.
I mean, currently Saiai is not in first place, but that's a huge draw. There's another Dora, and Saiai will be... I wonder if Saiai will be convinced. If somebody does Richie ahead, like, this is 1 away for Dorksport now.
And the nice thing
Not
about what
quite.
Sai did, is that now he has a 1 of characters left. So in case anyone reaches, he can still push for this Dora too, dealer Ricci, because he has the safe tile for the backup, the 1 of characters to discard.
Yeah, that's right. It's only dangerous against parry, and even then, it's not that dangerous. And in fact, Sai gets an even safer White Dragon, which isn't everybody's discard. Wait, Dork
Yeah, it's
Sport.
safe against
Dork
everyone.
Sport. That's 2 concealed triplets. You don't get anything for 2, but 3 could be coming soon. Okay, no more 3-pin, so Dork Sport can't get that. 6-pin is surprisingly empty. Sai discarded 1 of them, but there's still 1 left. Looks like everybody needs a 6-pin though. Other than Sai, our other 3 players are using 6-pin. Oh!
Wait, what is this? Is this
It's 1
three
away.
of it's 4 concealed triplets, 1 away.
Yeah, it's 1
Could
away.
also be pure double sequence, but we
That's
have our
true.
first reach here from Perry. Going to be waiting on South and 5-pin.
Yeah, I don't see 5-pin coming out, but South could definitely come out. Sai is going to fight this one. Safe tile discard.
So safe tile discard Ricci. Going to be now Ricci as well on 1/4 of circles. So hoping to fight against Perry. See if Perry deals into him. He does have Dora too, so this hand could be 7,700 or even more. As he gets a Ricci Pinfu, sorry, not Pinfu, but Ricci Patsumo Dora 2 for Mangan. And the Ura for Hanuman. That's gonna be 18,000.
That is going to change the game. That is going to change the game. Sai was just barely out of first place, and now Sai is alone at the top, both in game 1 score and game 2 score. This is a big mountain to climb, even for Jinxie, who's currently in last. And it's almost like the perfect storm, because the second place player is 3rd in the overall ranking, so it's like everybody else is coming out with a middling score, but Sai is the only one who's put off 2 big firsts, and it's not like someone has 2 seconds right behind them. So really easy spot for Sai right now, but even easy spots can be lost if you're not careful. You can see our
I don't think it's ever easy when you're playing against these players.
That's true.
But he does have a nice advantage, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when you're still the dealer, you never know when you're gonna get hit for some kind of big sumo and have to pay, pay half.
For
of
those
the
of you
sumo
who are
yourself.
new, when you are the dealer, you are at one disadvantage is that if someone wins by self-draw, that sumo, you do have to pay half of the hand. So if someone wins a really big hand via Ricci Sumo or something like that, then you have to pay half of it, and that can make for a comeback.
Interesting. Saya willing to keep the Norths over the 8s, so I think probably because of Perry's call here. Perry's hand definitely looks abnormal. Perry's discards and calls, and I think that's what's keeping Sai from discard. But actually, Sai just goes with the 8 and then the North right after. That kind of messes up the hand completely, I think. Sai just don't deal in, I suppose.
Just don't deal in. I think Saya's main thing, especially now after that dealer Hanuman Sumo, is going to just go for the defense.
Yeah.
Dorksport actually picks up Tempai on 1-man only.
Oh, it's
And the
perfect timing
dealer.
though. Dorksport kind of clawed out a bit of value here. It just looked like a quick open call on White Dragon, and it was like, we're just getting a hand, but Dorksport managed to move it to half outside hand, a Chanta hand, as well as a mixed triples, a Sanchoku. I mean, so that's decent value from a hand that looked like it was just going to be 1.
4,200. So it went up from 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,900 with the repeat 4,200 and the Ricci sticks 5,000. That's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
Especially it's against Jinxie, so you get to come back against your direct opponent against 3rd place. So now Dorksport gonna be in 3rd place, and now has their dealer still in East 4. So we could see the start of a comeback here for Dorksport.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe if Dorksport can find the same success Saya did.
It's a very high value skill. It's a very high skill maneuver there to be able to find value out of a hand that you like. First of all, you need to be fast enough to win. Like Jinxie was already reachy, but also to make value along the way and make it happen with the right discards and the right calls. So a really nice move there by Dorksport.
We'll see now if Dorksport manages to keep the momentum going with this Ace pair. We could see a double Ace triplet for the start of a big hand. Especially now, he picks up the Dora. So this could end up being a 6,000 point hand or something like that, or even more.
Ooh, sorry. I've been a bit coffee, but we're still in it. And Perry still has not discarded the East you've been talking about. Because Perry has so much value, I could expect it to come out soon. Dorksport would love that. We might see some action.
So Perry in this position with 2 Dora and in second place, I do think eventually that East will be discarded, and so Dorksport's going to be in the best position to take advantage of that.
This is strange. I'm a 10. A Shadow Tempai from Jinxie, who needs a lot of points here. I wonder what Jinxie's looking for.
So I think this is something I've seen some people do, and it works out great. Especially if you guys ever need a comeback, you can do the following. You can wait for someone else to reach you, so that you can reach you after them, and then try to make that comeback happen by getting a direct hit. So a very nice strategy here. We'll see if it pays off for Jinxie. We see the reachy now?
That's fair. Sai is in a really tough spot with only 7 pin weight. Dorksport decided to take the 4 mon weight instead of the double triplet, instead of the 3 so 5 mon weight. We'll see if that pays off. From what we can see, 2 of the 4 mon are locked in the Reachy hands, so there's only 2 left. We'll see. Oh no!
And the 7 of them
Dorksport!
do. Dorksport's going to deal into Jinxie.
It works out as you said. Reachy after the other Reachy, and the direct rival 3rd place deals into Jinxie. No Uradora, unfortunately. That is part of what the Reachy is for, even when you only have Pinfu hand. You can find Uradora. Huge points, but not this time.
Jinxie getting a little bit of payback for the Dorksport. What was it? Yakuhai half outside mixed triple sequence.
Yeah.
Now getting a similar value hand, but against Dorksport.
Wait, another chance for Dork. This is even better than the first time in game 1. This I think has some potential. We're already at 10. Is that
already
10?
at 10?
1, 2, 3,
Guys,
4.
we
No,
might
9.
actually get to see something
9.
crazy here.
But 9's not bad this early. The East tile that's already been discarded twice, Dorksport doesn't have to worry about that one. Okay, the 9 pin now he does have to worry about a little bit. There's only 2 9 pins left and he doesn't have one. But the rest of them are still in the wall. Our other players aren't too fast here. Sai looks reasonably fast. And so does Jinxie, but not amazingly fast. So there is hope for Dorksport. That's 2 1 pin on the table now. Dorksport needs those pin terminals, the 1 pin and the 9 pin.
See what Perry manages to do here. Could end up seeing a Reachy hand from Perry. Unfortunately, this hand does not have much value yet, although it could use a Dora.
Oh, this is what happened last time. Dorksport just drew a triplet of an inside tile, and so Dorksport's still kind of hedging it. But I think Dorksport's a little too far gone here to actually make something different.
I think you just gotta go for it, right?
Fortunately, still at 9, like 6 discards in. That's tough. Hasn't improved.
2 nines of bamboo are gone also, so only 1 left to be drawn, as one of them is in Saya's hand. Saya actually very close to Tenpai, 1 away.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is Saya's night after all here in this Battle of Kirin.
We do have an upgrade here for Perry, so 1 away from potential Reachy. And Tenpai for Saya, do we see The Ricci, I don't actually think Saya is going to reach you.
It's
Maybe
actually a
opting for
crazy
the...
weight. Yeah,
Wow.
the 467.
Okay, we do see the Ricci waiting on 467. I guess it is just too good of a hand to pass up.
Yeah, so 6-mon cannot be won on. It has no Yaku without Ricci. Since Saya does have that 9-so in hand. And we can see Dorksport folding after the Ricci. Just not close enough to the... Not close enough to the 13 orphans to go for it. But Saya could win 4-7-mon for Pinfu if they hadn't Ricci'd. But you might as well maximize that win opportunity. You also get points. I mean, even though Saya doesn't need the points right now, Saya might need them in the future. But
yeah, you never know when you're gonna need points, so it's always good to take them when you can, right?
yeah, Perry's in a tough spot here as the dealer. Gonna have a tough Ricci, but it's just gonna straight go for it.
Case. Yeah, it's not the best Ricci. There aren't a lot of tiles to win off of, but it is a Ricci. We'll see.
Yeah,
The dealer Ricci could always come in strong.
It's also Perry's lucky tile, so maybe that is influencing them a little bit here. Unfortunately, it's in all 4 of these players, or all 3 of these players' hands. There's 4 copies of it, the 7-so, in these 3 players' hands. So unless that luck can pull a 5th 7-so out of the wall, it may
you
not
never
be
know
enough.
with these players. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. Dorksport is moving now. Even after
7-so
giving
is
up,
now Suji.
even after giving up on Kokushi, Dorksport is moving towards Tenpai.
It's still 2 away after 2 calls.
It doesn't do it, but Dorksport is now at risk of dealing in to Sai Man, Jinxie just kind of drew all of the 4s. Oh, the
7-so! The Suji trap comes out.
You
Perry.
called it.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
called
a
it.
Ricci only, but it gets the Ricci stick out of the. He gets a Ricci stick on top of it, and also, winning a hand is always welcome as a dealer.
Yeah, Dorksport's not gonna like losing those points, but it is the dealer, so it is a repeat, and it wasn't that many points. So Jinxie might not be that upset about it. They get another chance. Oh, Sai trying to shut it down fast again, though. The rest of their hand isn't in amazing shape, but when you have a lot of these bad weights, like inside of 1-3 or edge with the 8-9, being able to open call helps you finish the hand a lot faster than having to draw it all yourself. So calling...
The only downside is if you make those calls and then you can't get the winning hand and someone reaches, you're left with very few tiles to defend with. So
yeah,
hopefully Saya is able to close it out soon.
that's right. This could be an exception to the just don't deal in rule. Saya not going to call the 1-2-3 there because the 3-mon is their only pair right now. So they're gonna keep it as a pair. And Perry's got their own pair of White Dragon. I think they drew it after Jinxie discarded that White Dragon. I don't think they had it beforehand.
Still not one away for Saya, looking to get another Proto Meld from the Tree of Circles or the 7 of Bamboo. Saya going all out, aggressive, just to get this dealer shut down against Perry.
Yeah, Perry's not gonna give up, but maybe if the White Dragon comes out again, they'll make a call this time for a little speed. Didn't have it last time if I remember correctly, but they'll have it this time. Got 4 pairs in Dorksport's hand as well.
Ooh, okay, so this is finally one away for Saya. Has to discard the pair, but actually, when you have this kind of hand, when he makes lots of calls, it is kind of nice to be able to wait on a pair because you can always wait on the Dora to get yourself some more value.
That's true. Although that does mean you might never see someone else discard it. A new pair, the 3-so pair. Oh, and their new pair for Dorksport, but that's not quite Tenpai yet. 1 away. Dorksport's gonna cut the edge tile here. So, I don't know, maybe not completely committing to 7 pairs. Or maybe just thinks 1 pin is not a good 7 pairs weight.
Tenpai for Saya, waiting on 2-5 of circles.
I did not expect Sai to end up with such a good weight here. But they found a way to do it.
Now, you might have a good way, but if a dealer Ricci comes out, do you have the courage to keep it going?
That's true. Whoa, interesting parry discard here. Gonna go with the pair. Keep the white dragon pair though. And Jinxie Reach.
Jinxie Ricci waiting on 6 of
That's
characters.
Dora! Dorksport has a Dora, so 7 pairs Dora is a possibility.
Ooh, do we see the chase?
Parry, what's the move? Oh, Niji! 3 players Tempai!
So now the 5 of bamboo, there are 3, only 1 left to be drawn. Oh, but the deal in from Dorksport, the Suji trap!
Dorksport! Yeah, it's
Oh,
a beautiful
no.
Suji trap right there. I mean,
Yeah, the Ricci Patsudora going to be 7,700, and now Perry can actually contend with Sai for first.
what else are you gonna do as Dorksport? You just either have to do that, even folding completely. I don't know if Dorksport had any tiles that were safe to all 3 other players.
Mhm.
That's when defending it's so tough. Defending against 1 player, okay. Defending against 2 players, you might have a tile and maybe one that's probably defending against 3 players. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's never easy, especially when it's a Suji trap. The 2 and the 8 of bamboo are discarded, so the 5 looked a lot safer. If you guys don't know about the defense theory, the tiles that are 3 away from the tiles discarded are a bit safer from the 2-sided weights. But unfortunately, that's one of the things that can happen. You can get hit by a inside weight or something like that, and fortunately for Dorksport that was the case.
Yeah, this hand has already started out with some fire. Sai makes the call. Actually, that makes the hand a lot less valuable, but it makes it a lot faster.
Yeah, and in fact, wins immediately on turn 5. So going to be 1,600 points with the repeat, but it's the main value of this hand is shutting down Perry, who is making a comeback.
Yep, Sai's first last game, first this game. As another unfortunate deal in for Dorksport. Dorksport's still holding on to 3rd, but only by 100 points right now. And unfortunately draws a kind of a junk hand there. Can't even go for 13 orphans with that hand. There's only like 6 different ones. So Dorksport's gonna play a regular hand. Yeah, Perry's hand is okay. Sai's hand isn't the greatest. Whoa, they cut the 6-mon from a 5-6 shape. Sai might be playing that just don't deal in rule already. Or maybe they're playing 7 pairs.
Sin could be a lot of things. I think mainly it's a defensive play, but it could also be that, you know, you only want to win this hand if it's like Red Dragon triplet or half flush or something like that, because then you have the value to back it up.
Yeah, that's true. It could be a half flush. But Sai is already on 4 pairs, so not a half flush here. They do say 7 pairs is one of the best hands for defense. You can move your pairs around, you can swap them anywhere, and most of the time if you do have to fold, you have 2 copies of that tile, so if the first one's safe, then the second one will be safe too. So 7 pairs definitely a hand that can be used for defense. In a lot of other forms of Mahjong, 7 pairs is worth a lot more, like more Han. But I think part of the reason it's not worth as much in Ricci is because firstly you can use the Dora a lot more easily. You just slip the Dora in as one of your pair, and secondly it functions so well as a versatile defensive hand that it's still good even though it's not worth as much. You can see Dorksport kind of playing the opposite 7 pairs here. Dorksport in a tough spot is using 7 pairs to make a lot of value.
And I guess the nicest thing of it all, if Saya ends up getting a 7 hand, is the fact that it can go for the Shadow Tempai, right? You don't
That's
have to
right.
reach in order to win it, and it can wait on such innocent
Unexpected.
tiles, right?
Yeah.
Just a terminal or something, and you just get wronged.
Yeah, we can see Perry here did not want to take their Tempai. They did not want to discard Dora. They're actually going to discard the pair of Wests. There was still one more left. There's only one.
Jinx- Jinxie's hand is looking very nice here for a dealer repeat. Now just needs to chi a 5 or a 7, and he'll have a 3-sided weight for the repeat.
Yeah. We'll see whether the three-sided way comes first, though, as it is wont to do sometimes.
Hmm.
Not this time, though. Not yet. Our south and north players here holding on to one Dora each. The other two both still in the wall. Oh, Dorksport gets one. I think Dorksport really needs to use it, though. But still only on 3
How
players.
does Dorksport use this? Is everyone going to go for 7 pairs? I don't think so.
Dorksport gives up on 7 pairs, breaks the pair there. Interesting draw for Perry. Okay, yeah, Perry's not taking the Tenpai on this one either. Keeping the Dora. It's getting later and later to discard Dora. Another pair, but Dorksport has already discarded one. So no pairs for Dorksport.
I think the main thing of the Saiyan is that no one can discard the Red Dragon because Jinxie made a call and, you know, Nal has discarded the same tile he drew like 5 times in a row. So people might think that he's waiting on the Red Dragon as a triplet for a dealer Mangan.
Yeah,
And so you really cannot discard it.
Harry made an interesting read though, discarding a red 5-cell into the dangerous...
This is Senpai. This is Senpai for Perry.
Yeah.
Well, it is 4-10 though, unfortunately.
Harry has thrown away a couple Tenpais already to keep this Dora. It'll be interesting to see if he thinks this one's good enough. Yeah, this one's not good enough either. It's just kind of too late to discard that Dora, as he said.
Yeah.
Jinxie could be waiting for it. For a huge dealer hand. Nobody wants to do it.
Fortunately for them, that does mean that Jinxie's probably not even going to get Tenpai because the 5-7 of circles are all in people's hands or discarded already.
It's a tough spot for Jinxie here. You don't expect with this hand to not be Tenpai. This
it would have been Tenpai.
This
It
I
would've
think can
reached-
still be Tenpai, yeah, waiting on the red dragon. So it works
Yeah,
out. Sai draws it though.
So now no Red Dragons left?
Yeah, none left. Jinxie finds Tenpai though, this could be a redeal.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect tile for Jinxie to just get a repeat.
Yeah, no more 5-pin left, so Jinxie's not gonna win. Unless...
No one's going to win, I think.
Yeah, Dorksport would have to discard Dora there, and I don't think he's going to. So here we are. Jinxie with the redeal. That's a really good tile. It's definitely you kind of expect to get the redeal with such a good.
Oh
Isha
my
thing,
goodness.
Such a good one.
Jinxie finally finds what exactly he needed. Dora 3 in the starting hand and 2 away. So this is gonna be good.
Yeah. One downside is Jinxie can't really call any tiles to go faster here, so he's got to draw it himself, and he had some issues with that last hand until the very end when he was able to get a call. But I don't think you can complain as the dealer with such a great
I
shape.
would never complain drawing this in my
that's
starting
nice.
hand.
Nice
And
draw,
there we go.
Kilo.
1 away.
One away.
The golden one away, as they say. The 2, 2,
Yeah.
3, 5, 6 wait
This is
for the Tenpai.
beautiful. Well, Dorksport is actually not that far behind. A little slower than the dealer, but has some decent value as well. Sai is moving quickly as well. Sai is 1 away. Perry's the only one a little bit behind here, but even Perry's not too far back. So,
So I think Sai wouldn't reach you, but Jinxie would. The question is, if Jinxie gets Tenpai, does he reach you on North?
That'd be
It is
very
his favorite
interesting.
tile.
The lucky tile reach. Go for the maximum efficiency with the 1 4-mon weight, or go for the sneaky Roan with the North weight. Norths are all still in the wall. And the thing about Sai is because twin pure sequence, the twice pure sequence, the Ipeiko there is a Yaku. Sai actually doesn't have to reach if they get the hand closed. Perry is, or sorry, Dorksport has been 10 by now. No, it's 668. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, Dorksport still can't
Very
find the
close,
last
but not
tile.
quite there yet.
Oh, now it is.
There we go.
Wait, maybe not. No, this, I thought it was a 6 again, but it's red 5. It's still not 10.
I think this is a better 1 away though, because now you have Well, not only do you have Dora, you also have pure double sequence chance.
Yeah, and still Pinfu. A little more Pinfu opportunity. Pulls a third 8 here. This could end up with Sai getting a shape that is not double sequence. And that would have to be Reachied. So we'll see where Sai goes with this. Well, Reachie if you want to roam, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be Reachied. And in fact, for Sai, maybe it wouldn't.
Wasn't
be
it Jinxie's motto that said a nice hand is not a promise?
Yeah, it's just
or her
potential.
potential is not. It's just
The
potential.
potential has not come through yet. 12 tiles into the hand. That's
I
tough.
think he's been one away since discard 3, and now someone else finds Senpai first.
It's
Perry
a pretty good weight
going
too.
to be waiting on 3-6, and it is painful as well. So reach painful Dora could be the hand to overcome Saya here.
Yeah, everybody else is one away as well, so definitely in trouble now. That could deal in. Okay, not gonna deal in. Sai is not gonna deal in yet. Uses a safe tile. Oh.
Finally, Jinxie finds Senpai.
Yeah. Cannot do the north weight anymore because he discarded the 2-mon a while ago for safety. It's got the south though. It's not actually safety.
This has got to be a Richie, right?
Yeah, I guess the south is pretty safe. 2 of them are discarded. I didn't see them all. Yeah, Saya's
So
gonna
the
hold on.
one is completely dead, so there are no more ones left. Okay, Perry just finds the sumo.
The 3-so, baby. How big is it? 1 Uradora. That's gonna
Richie, Pink Sumo Dora, Mangan,
bring it up to a
8,000.
Mangan. Not bad, not bad. And that should give Perry the lead. Just barely because of some Ricci sticks there, I believe. Well, maybe. No, there still would have been ahead by 500 points, but definitely appreciates the Ricci stick for a little extra lead. Yeah, Jinxie, no luck there at all. Gets like the 2 away right off the bat, really good shapes, and never finds Tenpai. Oh no, I guess he did find Tenpai at the very end, but it was too little too late and ended up just costing him another Ricci stick.
A nice. Well, this is 1 away. Yeah, this is 1 away for Saya, and it's actually a very nice 1 away because you can get mixed triple sequence as well.
Yeah, this is crazy. this is a beautiful hand. You don't have to. You don't even have to do very much here. It just end is playing itself basically. We'll see if Saya reaches though, especially if they get the guaranteed Sanjoku. Like if they get the 7-pin right now for Tenpai, maybe don't even reach it. Try and sneak a 6-so out of there.
Jinxie's hand.
Whoa! Out goes the 7-so.
Out goes the 7, so does not want the mixed triple sequence. Very interesting.
That's not even just efficiency. That's also safety. Keeping the 9-so instead. All right.
That's
Let's
just
go.
the kind of player Saya is. Just
Yeah.
the super defense.
Gets efficiency here though. This is a little bit more efficient. It's also Furiten opportunity
Oh, you are right.
though.
You are right.
That is Furiten. Will they reach? Or will they just...
It is waiting on Dora.
Yeah, reach. Dealer reach. And immediately it
Oh,
comes
it
out though.
passes, 'cause it's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it is in the dealer's discard, so people would think to discard it, Furiten or not. And it's just Furiten in this case. Saya unfortunately has to watch it go. The Dorksport is still folding though. But it also
All of the
kinda
ones
gets-
gone.
Kinda gets Jinxie to kind of start folding here. Jinxie might just be going for triplets though. We'll see.
Maybe a pure double sequence?
Maybe. I mean, Forso is middle Suji, but we've seen how many times Suji has failed our players. How many Suji traps have been set in even just these first 2 games. So Jinxie's definitely wary that Suji doesn't work.
Sumo! It does not matter. Richie Pink with Sumo. Dora 2. Another Mangan for Sai.
At least.
At least. Oh, and the Uradora for Hanuman. That's going to be another 18,000 point hand for Sai.
This feels like
Everything is just coming up Sai.
this feels like deja vu. Saya was the dealer last time. They had 5 Han, They flipped one Ura. It became 6 Han. It really is deja vu. We're seeing it again.
Wow, and now 3 Dora in the starting hand for a Tanya possibility. 2
It's-
players in the negative now because of Saya's massive hand sumos.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one to come back from. Yeah, and if Saya goes for calling here, open calling, this could be a very quick 12,000 points. Maybe more if Saya gets 3 or even 4 Dora. This could be very tough. Jinxie here making a really interesting hand though. I don't know whether it's going to be 7 pairs or just Yakuhai with the red dragon. Because
These
Jinxie has
shapes are
3
just
Dora.
amazing for Saya. You have so much, but yeah, that's this hand is just fast, valuable. Everything is so crazy.
Yeah, the one thing here is that Tuso is not Tempai. Dorksport gets a quick Tempai though. Not much value though.
Just 1-4, but my diffuse this bomb that is Saya's hand. In
Yeah.
fact, Saya already folding. Besides, he's far ahead enough.
Wow. Folding such a beautiful dealer hand.
I
That's
don't
just
know.
the kind of player
might
Saya
He might
is.
still just come back around and end up pushing this hand, but not after the 8-pin. The 8-pin means he's definitely folding.
Yeah, Jinxie's ready on 3-so, the legendary 3-so weight with 3 Dora in hand, so that's a big hand. And it's not big enough to overcome the deficit between second, but it's big enough to get third back for sure. Dorksport just trying to get out of last here. Has the technically wider weight, but the power of 3-so is always there.
Just not giving a single inch, not even the east, which is normally regarded to be a pretty safe
Oh,
file.
switching to Dora weight.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Oh wait, why though? Is it Hanuman?
Oh, that's gonna deal in.
That's a tough one.
Dorksport diffuses. So this actually gets him out of 4th and puts him in 3rd.
Exactly. It's a real clawing fight out there, but
It
why-
might not seem like a huge deal, but with the Uma, this hand, this basically just means Dorksport just won a Hanuman.
Yeah, if Dorksport can hold on to it going into the end of the game. And it is like a 7,000 points. Yeah, it's 7,100 point lead if we click here. 7,100 and already catching East. I mean,
East triplet.
it's a huge road to climb. 46,000. But when you're the dealer, you can
No,
play
that's
as
just-
many hands
That's
as
just
you
2
need.
Hanumans. It's easy. I mean, Sai just did it.
Yeah, 2 direct hit on.
I don't know. It starts with 1 repeat, right? That's how we started.
Okay, that's a little
And then
help.
Dora?
I mean, it's also
Sancho,
mixed
mixed triple
triples.
sequence?
Yeah, this is kind
Yeah.
of. So we had deja vu with Sai hitting the Uradora for Hanuman. We might see deja vu here with Dorksport clawing out some, like a lot
Massive
of
value
calls.
from nothing.
Yeah, to make Yakuhai and then mixed triples and then something else along with it.
Yeah, this hand could go from 1500 to 5800, so see what
Right.
Dorksport cooks up. Interested to see if Perry maybe goes for a mixed triple sequence.
Interesting draw here. I don't think it's that good. But we'll see. Yeah, Dorksport kind of uses it. Holding it for now. But the 7-pin is the safer tile, so holding an extra 5-pin might end up costing Dorksport in the future.
Perry with the potential for a Reachy with 3 Dora. If he draws the one of bamboo.
Very interesting. Yeah, okay. Dorksport notices it too. Keeps the much safer 9-mon. And now Dorksport in position to complete this hand.
Reach.
Of course, Jinxie is not gonna go away without a fight. That's not a bad hand for Jinxie either. It's Tanya.
Can play for Dorksport. Now on the mixed triple sequence, 4 and 7 bamboo.
Yes, our
Perry
third-
is also deceptively close to getting Tempa here. A
Oh!
con!
Our first con of the game, I believe.
And now Perry has tons of Dora.
Yeah, but this also gives Dorksport a chance. On that Forso, it becomes enormous. Like the jump,
Forso does make it 12,000, yes.
the jump from 3 Han to 4 Han is huge as a dealer. It's like 6,000 points, plus the Khan gives some extra foo, definitely making it a guaranteed Mangan. Yeah, no hesitation. Discards Dora, even though it's super dangerous. Just can't afford to let this go. Dora flying
Could be
right out of the
exactly
hand.
what Dorksport needs. It also means that Dorksport pushing could deal into Jinxie here.
Yeah, that's right. Perry's got an interesting hand. Okay, Perry's not going for it anymore.
Yeah, it looks like Perry's folding.
Yeah, Sai is like 1 away from Tenpai. But I don't know if Sai will push into it considering their current, the way they've currently been playing. Like, this is Tenpai. This is a really good Tenpai as well. There's Condor and everything. They're gonna take it.
There's 2 Forsos left. There's 2 Forsos left for Dorksport, but yeah. Sai with Tenpai as well.
Yeah, they take it, but they don't reach. They don't need the points, and they definitely have the... This could be it. Nope, Perry holds out.
Oh, the deal!
Oh, the big one!
That's the Mangan you were talking about. 12,000 points going to go Dorksport's way. Now, this is exactly what Dorksport needed for the comeback. And now Jinxie going to be massively in the negative.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Jinxie must have felt pretty positive, right, about the second place. But this is gonna be a tough follow-up.
So it starts with 1 repeat, as I was saying. That was a Mangan. So not only the hand went from East only, so 1500, to
Right.
drawing Dora, and then with the Khan, the extra Dora, and the mixed triple sequence for all the way up to 12,000. So you can never count out Dorksport. He seems to know how to improve a hand, for sure.
This is super exciting.
Are we seeing what I'm seeing?
Oh, another Kokushi attempt. Jinxie this time. Yeah, I mean, it feels really desperate. I think Jinxie started with 6 and is currently on 7. But I guess that's
Currently
what
on
you gotta
8.
do in South. Yeah, I mean, so far Jinxie's been getting more tiles than Dorksport's been getting. But when you start from so far away, it's pretty easy to get the first few. It's whether you can get the last few.
Well,
White Dragon's
either
gonna
way,
be
it's still
important.
alive.
It is still alive. That is 3 norths though. Oh, but Jinxie already has that. The White Dragon's gonna be close.
Red Dragon as well.
True. Still 2 of those in the wall. There goes a 1-mon. That is the Dora indicator. So only 2 left of those, and Saya has both of them. So if those are gotten rid of before Jinxie gets Tenpai, like Jinxie has to be Tenpai waiting for 1-mon, and then Saya has to discard it. Otherwise, Jinxie's not gonna be able to get this 13 orphans.
Dorksport going for the Red Dragon Dora. Could be a nice plan here. He does need to get those repeats. No, 1 away after this Chi. The only problem with the sand is that it's very obvious that you're waiting on Yakuhai because with the way that you called, there's only a few hands that you could make.
Yeah,
So
like-
it can't be pure straight because of the way you called and discarded. So the players are going to know it's a Yakuhai.
Yeah, maybe you could convince them that you had an extra 3 and a 5 cell. But
Tenpai for Dorksport and
Yeah.
Tenpai for Sai.
Saya on a 3-pin, not the greatest weight, but I mean, Dorksport's weight isn't much better, especially if you think Jinxie's going for Kokushi. You could say that maybe they already have a red dragon. In this case, he doesn't.
Oh, but the deal in.
Oh,
Naughty
is he
posture,
not gonna
but-
take it? Does he not want it? Did he disconnect? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I
He
don't know
does
why. You,
take it.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to end the game there. Might have been a disconnect. Might have been the.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you tab the screen away, when you change windows, the game doesn't automatically win, even if you have it set to automatically win until the timer runs out. So, I mean,
Maybe that might have
might
happened, but
yeah.
but either way, we have our game 2 finishing up. Saya with a huge double dealer Hanuman for 75,000 first place, going to put him almost at 90 plus 90 overall. Perry going to be second place. Also had some pretty good hands, but not as good as Saya. although it's hard to match Sai at 49,500. So a positive, it's a positive 25 overall, and it's a 50k first. Wherever do you see a 50k first? Dorksport going to be in third place, managing to claw out that manga and at the very end for 15,800 third place, and Jinxi is going to end up at minus 20,000. Very unlucky dealing into those hands after already reaching.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be tough. This is going to be tough for our other players. Definitely still possible, but Sai has definitely cemented themselves on a very high pedestal. Might I say, an ivory tower.
So we're gonna have Sai overall with plus 94.5, two first, one bigger than the other somehow. So Perry is going to be following up that third place that was pretty average with a very good second, putting him in second place overall with plus 21.6. Jinxi did have the second place in the previous game, but with this very massive fourth, is still somehow only going to be in third place with minus 47.4. And Dorksport, unfortunately, with the negative fourth place in the first game, and this negative third place in the second game is going to be a minus 68.7. So I feel like, what do you think here, Tubbs? How are we gonna see the play be different after this game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very difficult. I think people will take the wins if they can. However, they'll take the wins if they can. However, I think a lot of people might be willing to start playing for like second place here.
Yeah, I do feel like there's definitely a possibility that we're gonna see Dorksport and Jinxi battle it out for third and fourth. And meanwhile, we have Perry and Sai trying to duke it out also. I mean, maybe if Perry can get Sai a direct hit and put him in fourth, we could see a comeback because the Yuma difference between first and fourth is pretty huge.
Right. Woo, I mean, plus 70, huh? It's possible. Like if Perry does what Sai did in this last game, it's definitely possible. It's gonna be very difficult. But a lot of times, you know, if the hand comes to you, you go for it, and that's how you make the big comebacks. You have to identify your chances and go for them. But if the hand doesn't come to you, you can definitely see Perry trying to lock down second. You can see Dorksport and Jinxi fighting it out. But we've said things before, and stranger things have happened. Huge comebacks have happened in South 4 of the last game, in the previous battles of Kirin. And I remember Quibi won the last battle of Kirin, and it was a huge surprise as well. So, it's anyone's chance to collect those big prizes, and it's also anyone's chance in the audience there to collect these prizes. Our gift code is back. It is the same gift code as round 1, so if you have claimed the gift code, just stick around. But for those of you who have not claimed it, who missed it the first time, we have the finals gift code here. It is available to claim on the browser client. You just click the cog in the top right for settings, you click the others tab, and you click the gift code tab. The gift code is K7PZG3AUQ. That is K7PZG3AUQ. And
a reminder that this code will only work if you're playing in the browser client, so make sure you do use that.
that's right. It also will only work if you use it before it expires, which is on the 27th, 3 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Get it in well before Halloween. You got about a day and a half now, and if it doesn't work, if your friends tell you it doesn't work, make sure to use capital letters. Again, it is the same gift code as game 1. So if you have used it already, you unfortunately cannot claim it again. But for those of you who are just joining us, or those of you who like to procrastinate, no judgment. It is still there. And our support staff got you in the chat again, so you can easily copy and paste it. Whew. So we'll leave it on there for a little bit as our players get ready for the next game. We've got a little bit of backstage admin to do. Hope you appreciate the gift code, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Just make sure you get that gift code in. Alright, we are back. I hope you got a good long look at that gift code. You got no excuses now if you miss it. Don't blame us. Don't blame the stream.
And be sure to tell your friends as well. Get them those sweet gifts.
Yeah, if you like what's going on here, don't forget to thumbs up the stream so more Mahjong can see. More Mahjong players can see it. The YouTube algorithm and all that. And then subscribe to the channel, so you get notifications whenever Yostar releases a new event on Mahjong Soul, whenever there's another tournament like this, or just whenever something exciting happens. I mean, I remember when the Mahjong Soul, first the Jantama Pon and then the Jantama Khan, the Mahjong Soul Khan anime episodes were being released. It was nice to have the notifications in my feed. I loved watching those.
So excited for the last match.
Yeah. The last match it's technically underway now. We do have the 5-minute delay to contend with. So you guys will have to be with us. We much appreciate your patience, and we much appreciate you watching all the way into the night with us, or the morning, or the evening, wherever you may be watching from. We hope you are having fun. Ooh. Are you ready,
3
Irie,
games,
for this?
1 champion.
That's right. Are you ready for this last game?
I am.
We'll see if Sai can
exciting.
hold on to it, or
Mhm.
if it's going to change. We may have a new champion. I mean, no matter what happens, we have a new champion on this one.
Battle of Kirin Season 2 champion is about to be decided in the following match.
Woo. Okay, so we are just waiting on the game to show, and then we can begin. 30 seconds. What can you do in 30 seconds?
We can talk about how amazing Saya's hands were. 280,000 point hand.
200 man in the exact same way, right? I was gonna say you can lose your 30,000 points in 30 seconds.
Dark Sports plays were also
Yakuza.
pretty good. It's just very unfortunate that you know the Reachies just don't pan out, and sometimes you do land. But the plays where Darksport pushed against the Reachies to get a nice hand was very nice.
Yeah, that's right. Also, shout outs to Curly, making sure everything runs very well. You can see his face there. Definitely had a couple hiccups tonight, but definitely nothing that our team hasn't been able to solve. So, thank you everybody, and let's get right into it. Oh, we see emotes here.
Let's go.
Perry is summoning the crystal ball, trying to find something to win with in this final match.
We're gonna start off with Sai as the dealer, one away from Ricci with a possible White Dragon Dora hand. We could also be an open hand with Pawn of Yakuhai for 2,900. We'll see. Oh, but White Dragon draw. This is the ideal scenario.
This is beautiful.
Ricci, White Dragon, Dora, going to be manga on Sumo.
Yeah, this is Dorksport's favorite tile, but unfortunately it might betray Dorksport here since Dorksport has the deal in 6-0 tile. These hidden
Unless
white
he draws
dragons.
6 of bamboo.
Yeah, that's true. These hidden white dragons are going to be deadly here. Sai has drawn a lot of these beautiful inside tiles. This is Tempai. If Dorksport picks the wrong tile, oh, Dorksport just folds it. Doesn't even pick any tile.
It's just too scary. He has seen what Sai can do.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Perry also has a lot of potential still. If Saya drops the red dragon, we could see a chase. No chi there on the 7 of bamboo. It could have been cheat for an open hand.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are scared of Dealer Ricci. It's kind of like I don't want to lose points to Sai because those points are just kind of gone into the ether. Yeah, until somebody sees
there
a
it is.
massive. It doesn't even call the Dora.
No pawn.
Yeah,
No pawn.
That is sort of a feeling that because Perry's not Tempai, it definitely feels like Perry's
Sumo.
playing for like holding on to second.
We have that sumo here for Saya. I don't believe. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There is a sumo.
Yeah, I think
Ricci
Sai
sumo or a white.
has got to be using the automatic win function. I mean, it's very handy. It's a nice function to be there. But if you're not watching, sometimes it takes a little time to actually do the sumo if you're tabbed away from the window.
Maybe he's just doing it manual.
Yeah, maybe. It's also possible. But I don't
Maybe he
see any
thinks-
reason why Sai wouldn't sumo that right away.
Well, if you do the sumo manually, I do think it gives you more luck.
Oh, I see. That's why I'm not here. That's why I don't have plus 100 in the finals. I gotta start turning off my auto win button and doing it manually. I know some people love the click. They love the feel.
Sai, with that massive win, 12,000 points in the lead. A nice way to start off game 3. Could we see a triple first? It would be a first time that we see that happening.
First. Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened it's definitely not in the Battle of Kirin Majors, but I think it hasn't even happened in the minor cups. Of course, the minor cups are not the invitationals; they are the open tournaments where you can join just by registering. And I believe it's usually the top 100 or top 200 players by ranking in Mahjong Soul get added. Top 100 who register, top 200, and the rank requirement has gone up and up every couple months. When the Catfood Bowl Minor happens, you have to be a higher and higher rank to get in because the EN server has been improving a lot. Speaking of improving, Perry's hand on the right there, improving majorly. It's it's one away from 7 pairs, but Perry also has some other options that might be worth even more points. Maybe some options that allow him to fight Sai for first place here.
Ooh, that's a very nice pickup for Sai, not putting him in 1 away. The Knight of Circles would deal in though. That is the one problem.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Perry going for 7 pairs. I think this is the first time Perry has gone for the 7 pairs. Have we seen a 7 pairs win tonight? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of attempts at 7 pairs, but none of them have panned out yet. Let's see if this one's any better. There's only one tile left.
Yeah, there's 1 tile left, and then if it is a sumo, it would be Hanuman. So
Right.
We would be 12,300 points.
But Sai might still deal in, although currently looks like they're folding. Not sure if they have any more actual safe tiles. Okay, 1 so is safe. They did get a 1 so. I think that's it though. Okay, they just drew a 2 so. That's another safe tile. They're getting closer and closer to the end here. 2 pin is not safe. Oh, there's a 5-mon though. Perry discards a 5-mon. Yeah, Saya might be able to get out of this unscathed. But there is still 1 in the wall for Perry.
Trio Bamboo.
Hanuman on Sumo?
Hanuman on Sumo. There's 1 left.
Maybe Baimon on Uradora? There's definitely still Uradora indicators that could give them Baimon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Or Sai dealing it in, but Sai has enough safe tiles now.
Ooh, a Shadow Tempai here for Jinxie. Going to be waiting on 4-pin West, but pretty much just as a
9-pin!
Ooh, what do you drop here? This is so scary. I'm holding my breath. Oh no! The 9-pin going to be discarded. Perry going to be winning a Mangan at the very least. Oh, and the Ura too! As you said. The Hanuman direct hit for Perry.
Hanuman direct hit. I mean, if Perry wants to get first, they'd rather hit Sai, but if they want to lock down second, that's even better. It's going to be a lot harder for these players to catch up. Yeah, I mean, Perry doesn't have to decide. It's only East 2. If you just keep winning points, you can do both. You can lock down second and strike at first. We'll see what Perry goes for here, though, because
this is also good for Dorksport, because I think no matter what happens, if you place above Jinxie, you're pretty much guaranteed to get 3rd, which is about as being realistic, right? It's about as good Dorksport can do.
Yeah, well, so Dorksport needs 20 points over Jinxie. You get 30, you get -5, and Jinxie gets -50, and that's only 10 points in the UMA. So they would still need about like 10,000 points, maybe a little more 10,000 points point split as well.
You're right.
But if they get 2 position placements, like 2nd to 4th or 1st to 3rd, then it's really only a couple points. Because that's plus 20 at that point, then they'd only need like
it needs to be 1300. 2 spots of difference for it to be a 20-point difference. You're right.
Yep.
My mistake.
Yeah, because the 15-5 UMA is really not that large. That's why the actual point values matter so much in a format like this. A lot of tournaments do run the smaller UMA, the 15-5. Although more and more tournaments have started to run bigger Uma where the placements really matter. But I mean, for Sai is getting the placements and the points, and this hand also looks really, really good. So I mean, sometimes you really don't have to sweat the small stuff. You just play good Mahjong, and generally it doesn't matter what format it is. If you play good Mahjong, you'll get wins.
Dorksport discards the Dora. Besides, taking this better shape is more worth it. See what happens here. 1 away now for Dorksport.
1 away. And no matter who you're voting for, if you're rooting for someone in this match, give them a thumbs up on the stream. Much appreciated. And we will see just who takes this down at the end. I mean, Saya is looking like a big favorite, but definitely not a complete sure bet yet.
Ooh, the Tempai here could generate a Suji trap wait for Perry if he gets the treatment.
Yeah, some players will actually cut the 4 or so early so that the Suji trap is a little less obvious. If you discard the 4 right as you reach, the 7 is not quite as scary as if you discard the 4 so earlier.
We do have a Richie here for Dorksport, waiting on the 6 mon.
Yeah, Perry's gonna fight it. That 2-pin was not really safe at all, so just a strike. Straight attempt to win. 9
This is an
so.
improvement here for Perry.
Yeah, Perry as the dealer is just gonna fight it. Dorksport, actually, this is not a huge hand, not like last time. This is just 6 mon. And
I think
no
this is a
Yaku.
Tempai here for Sai also. 6-9 mon. Wait. It's a Shadow Tempai, so no one knows.
Yeah, 18 tiles left. 18 tiles left, so Perry's just gonna go for the no Yaku Tempai on this one. 2 players
Let's give
here.
them that repeat at the end if no one wins.
Yeah, chance to change the way. No, not really. Not really. It wouldn't be very good. 2 players waiting on 6 mon, but Sai also waiting on 9 mon. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
There it is.
Long.
The Shadow Tempai Ron by Sai against Perry, his direct opponent overall. Going to be a 3,900 point win, and also sealing the Richie stick. Puts Sai at 47,000.
Yeah.
It's a massive lead.
That is a big stop on Perry as well. That's 1 of 2 dealer turns down. If Sai can stop the other dealer turn, considering the score value, it's probably a guaranteed Sai win if they can stop Perry's second dealer turn. But we're not there yet. We're currently on Dorksport's dealer turn, and this is their chance to make something happen. The hand's not bad here. Closed, this could easily be Mangan. Open, it could just be a repeat, which...
Unless you go half flush. We'll
yeah,
see.
that's true.
It's kind of far away, but you never know what you might draw.
That's an interesting draw. That's half of the way to half flush. Whoa, cuts to 8!
Looks like he's just gonna go for that smaller hand.
Dorksport's going for a tricky weight here.
Smaller but faster hand.
Yeah, this is a nice shape. Dorksport getting the 5 to replace the 8 pin. Oh, that's interesting. This is extra 3 so here. It might go right back. Maybe a 2 so will be discarded. Maybe a couple 6 so. Who knows? A lot of different options. Maybe even the 7-8 and turning back around to the half flush. And then the 6 so is gonna come out.
So you can discard 6 so and then 3 so for a safer tile later.
Right. Chance to pawn. But I think Dorksport already gave up on the half flush. There's a Dora. 1 has been discarded by Sai, so it's just going to be discarded again. Jinxie waiting on
Not
that.
even going to take the risk.
Wait a minute. Jinxie is getting very close to a 3 so wait. Okay, it comes up just before Jinxie gets tempo. Jinxie can actually use it to take Tempai. It doesn't take it though.
Looking to get a bit more than just 2,000 points.
Yeah, the red only is kind of tough. Especially with one
Yes.
already on the table.
I don't think I do think it makes sense. You don't really want to push a 2,000 point hand against a dealer 2 call hand because it might be a bit too risky for the amount of value you have. And it's sumo here for Dorksport.
Yeah, but also when the dealer sumos, it's still tough. Because that's still points that you're not getting, and that's making a difference, especially because the dealer's hand is worth so much.
So 1,000 points from everybody for Dorksport. Puts him closer to second.
Yeah, I mean, and we're talking about that 10,000 point difference. If it's only a one placement difference between third and fourth, Dorksport needs about 10,000 points to overtake Jinxie, and indeed, Dorksport has that 10,000 points right now, and some more. It's currently 15,300. Dorksport currently overtakes Jinxie if the scores remain the same. But
We'll have to see what happens. There's still plenty of Mahjong to be played, and Dorksport is now hoping to make another hand work here.
Yeah, Sai makes the call, so Sai is going to move quickly here. Kind of blessed again with these hands. Although Perry does have the other pair. The pair of East, so Sai might get a little bit stuck on this one.
Very nice draw here for Dorksport, drawing the inside weight there of the 4-6. Now puts them at a 2 away, and now 1 away. So we could see Dorksport 2 repeat dealership here. And if this hand is a Richitsumo, we could see a comeback.
That would be pretty nice. I mean, the other route is to go from 2 repeats all the way up to 6. Can't say I've never seen that before. I've definitely seen that before.
The craziest things happen during these tournaments.
I remember my voice being worse for wear from that one. Was it 6 or was it 8? It was either 6 or 8, I think.
It was something. It was something. It was definitely something.
It was wild.
Would be interested to see here if Dorksport decides to pawn an 8-so for Tiny Eldora 2, maybe.
Yeah, Saya has actually snuck their way to Tempa here on their favorite tile, the 7-so. There's also a Suji trap on board. But Jinxie's not falling for it. Not yet, anyway. We're all lying in wait, both in the commentators' booths and Sai on the table, waiting to see what happens. Perry really wants those East tiles, but unfortunately I don't think Sai is ever going to discard them. Dorksport
Oh,
is...
if only Dorksport could draw another Dora, that would be great.
Yeah, Dorksport's hand has been set up in a way where if they draw 3 Mon to accept the Dora...
Oh, there it is!
It's in a really good shape.
3-6-8, as you were saying.
Yeah,
It's a really nice weight. 3-6 spin, and also the 8 of Bamboo.
Yeah, and indeed
gonna see a
Sai
fold.
starts folding. So we could definitely get 2 repeats here. A lot of Dorksport's weights are gone though, unfortunately. Last 6 spin is in Jinxie's hand. The 2 8-so are in other players' hand. And there's only 2 more 3-pin left in the wall. So 2 outs in the wall, 19 tiles. We should probably see one of them, and of course Perry might discard here. Perry's Tempai. Yeah.
Yep, the Dylan. Do we have Ura? No Ura, so this is going to be 3,900, 4,200 with the repeat.
Yeah, not too bad, not too small. That overtakes as well. Like if Dorksport gets 2nd place, as we said, Dorksport gets 2nd place to Jinxie's 4th. Even 1,300 points would be enough, and usually when there's two position difference, you're gonna have more than 1,300 points between you. So Dorksport looking good here. To catch 2nd though, to catch 2nd is about 90. 60, yeah, about 90 points of difference. So that's going to be a much tougher, much tougher
Ooh.
goal.
Are we gonna? Okay, so we have two crazy hands going on right now. Dorksport could go for a half-flush Dora, but Jinxie has the really crazy hand that could even be a Yakuman.
Yeah, Jinxie needs to draw the second red dragon before Sai discards one. But that's assuming Sai would ever discard one. Sai has 2 of them, so already...
Yeah, no, Saya would never
easily.
discard.
Yeah, so we might be stuck with just small 3 dragons here. Shosangen instead of Daisangen. We'll probably see Dorksport discard it though, unless he goes for the half flush. Goes for the half flush, that white dragon might actually stay for quite a while. This might convince him though, with the extra red 5 and the offsuit. Yeah, no call being made, so no half flush maneuvers yet. Big draw, yeah, I think half flush is dead in the water now.
Ooh, but pure straight Dora too. Now a possibility.
That could
for
be
Dorksport.
really nice. Of course, that's really scary. If anybody draws the last red dragon, it's gotta be a big think moment. Big think moment if you draw the last red dragon. There's 1 left in the wall.
Unfortunately, no half flush for Jinxie.
Oh! There it goes! Dorksport without fear! And in fact,
Wow,
Sai makes
no
the goal.
fear.
Yeah.
This is Sai who calls it, not Jinxie.
Beachy from Perry. I guess Perry, knowing that Daisangen or Big 3 Dragons is off the table, is going to go ahead and reach with the 2 Dora in hand. With the Dora wait for potentially 3.
Yeah, this hand is probably... It's Mangan either way on 9, but could still be pretty huge if you sumo on the 9. On the other 9. They're 2 9s. But the 9 of circles is worth a lot less. Do you see the 9 so discard here? Or just the 8 of circles for safety?
If the 8 of circles goes now, the 9 of circles might go next. All depends whether Dorksport tries to turn around and win the hand or not. That's a 4-mon. Oh, it was safe though. Sai discarded it. That is...
If only you can win the 10. Ah, the 9 of circles!
That's a tough one. Not quite Mangan, but
It's still 52.
yes.
52 is pretty good.
Still a lot of points. 2 Honba, 2 repeat counters, 1 well, it was Perry's own Reachy stick, so I guess that doesn't count. But up to 35,000, so Perry is back in a reasonable position there. Still not enough to take down Sai, but definitely enough to hold second place for Perry. Dorksport's still a few thousand points high enough. Has a few thousand points of wiggle room to take 3rd place from Jinxie at the end of this game, like in the overall scores. So Jinxie really just needs to get like 6,000, like the same 4,000 points I was talking about. That was the difference that Dorksport needs. If Jinxie can just close the gap by 4,000 points, then he would end up 3rd overall. Yeah, so even though it looks like
Very close.
even though it looks like a 14,000 point gap between the two, really Jinxie only needs about 4,000 points to hold on to 3rd place in the overall score.
Dorksport though, with his East pair, potentially East triplet, could have a Dora 3. Dora 2.
Yeah, that would put a wrench in Jinxie's plans for sure.
I'll definitely close the gap. On away here for Jinxie. She's
Yeah.
still just looking for, ideally, that 7 of circles.
I wonder if you keep that 5 sometimes. Keep the 5 on, look for some shapes. Sometimes you keep the 5 mon over the 8, 9, 10. But being so close to Tempai, a lot of the times, the closer you are to Tempai, the more you keep the bad 2 tiles, even if it's a bad weight.
Ooh, a pawn here for Dorksport, going to put them 1 away.
Yeah, Dorksport might end up with only 1 Dora instead of 2. We'll see. Is the pawn made? This is a scary pawn to have to discard Dora right after, especially because it's so close. Oh, no pawn, but a chi is made. Perry going with the aggressive Forso discard. Dorksport's still pushing, but just not with the Dora.
Oh, but the Nine of Circles is going to be discarded into Perry's hand.
Yeah, I think Jinxie
Steinway.
just realized that they had to try any dealership they could. And not this one. This one did not work out. So Jinxie falls a little further into last there. Dorksport's still holding on to third in the overall scores if this ends. And Perry...
But it's still just a Mungan difference. And Mungans
True.
come and go.
Yes. We're in the south round now, so we're on the final lap. This is the final lap of the Battle of Kirin Season 2. Our competitors have taken their places. They've run around the track. And the dust is starting to settle here. Before we go, I'd like to also request to thumbs up the stream, like it, and subscribe for more Mahjong Soul content, from tournaments to events to even the anime. Should Mahjong Soul Jantama get a season 3, you can get updates on it here. Ooh.
Ooh, a nice pickup here for Perry.
Yeah, that's a really good draw.
Gives them a chance of peaceful here.
Oh, but an even better pickup it feels like for Sai. Oh, never mind Perry. They're going back and forth with good draws. Dorksport's just trying to hammer something out. Dorksport is one away, but the weights are all kind of bad. I mean, Jinxie here has actually been Tenpai for a little while, but has not refused to reach, or has refused to Reachy. That's interesting. That's a different weight. It's a little bit
I
better.
do think this is better because you're waiting on West.
Yeah, and you can't
You
roam
might
right
pick
now.
Dorksport.
Yeah, Jinxie can't roam right now without the reach. Doesn't take it. In fact, doesn't even
Doesn't
change the
take it.
weight. Oh, that deals in, but no Yaku, so it doesn't really deal in. This is tough. What's Jinxie looking for here?
Oh my goodness, look at Sai's hand. This could end up half outside, south white. He might not even take it. He might just fold.
Yeah,
It's the craziest
if
part.
Jinxie doesn't find what they're looking for, this could be, Sai could come through with a huge hand. Not taking the 1-2-3, probably because of Furitan. Not pawning either. Sai's just gonna let... Oh, that would have been a win! That would have been a win, and the other one can take the 5-8 weight here, though.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of the points. I think Jinxie wanted a Pinfu hand, but I don't
Reach
think...
to with Dora and the close triplet of West, I think you should reach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Jinxie's just gotta accept the tiles as is.
Actually, because you can
Dorksport-
always just run on Dorksport.
Right, Dorksport's in a very tough spot here.
Yeah, you also can't let Dorksport win, right?
Not many good options for Dorksport to discard. Goes with the 2. That will honestly keep Dorksport alive with some hope. We've gone with the 7 would have worked as well in this case. But by pushing, Dorksport avoids dealing in the wrong tile. But Perry just gets Tenpai.
Switches into Tenpai for Pinfudor too. And actually, that's actually good for Jinxie. Because this is a 7,700 point hand.
Yep.
And is this enough of a difference for Jinxie?
It's yeah, Jinxie is now in 3rd place overall in the total scores because this is less than 10,000.
So that's perhaps even better than winning.
Yeah, in this case, maybe.
Funny how that works.
Sometimes the game gets played around you. Perry just coming up with the beautiful closed Tenpai there. The Dama-10. Very hard to see. I mean, you just discarded the Tumon. The next Tumon, nobody reached it or anything, but the next Tumon also deals in.
Yeah. There's no way for you to know.
That's tough.
I think it's so funny that Saya keeps getting these really good hands, but at this point he doesn't even need them. He just needs to not deal in.
Yeah. Just
But
don't deal in the motto.
it's every single draw. Every single draw is just perfect.
Yeah, this is triple Dora actually. That red 5 is a double
Yeah,
Dora.
that's triple Dora, Tanya,
Probably
two
just
Shanten.
call your way to victory here. And now that Sai is not the dealer, I think part of the previous hand was that Sai was the dealer. And so if they
Shanten.
won, they would get a
One
repeat.
away.
Yeah.
1 away for Tanya Dora 3. For
So
Sai.
Sai didn't want to win a small hand because they didn't really want any repeats. They just wanted to push the game along. They'd only win for a big hand. So they pushed the game along with a small hand and folded.
Very smart play. These competitors are so fierce.
Yeah, Dorksport is almost there. Definitely any tiny hand should get Dorksport over the mark. Currently the difference is 9,000. Dorksport needs 1.3. 11,300.
Well, we really need to see, well, at least for Perry's point of view, right? We need to see Perry winning a big hand against Sai. The problem is that Sai is always so defensive.
Yeah.
So as long as Sai doesn't reach you,
Yeah, even with like 5 Dora in hand, we've seen Sai
yeah, this
do
is
some
Dora
folds.
5.
We've seen Sai fold with Dora 5 in hand before. This is a tough hand to fold with though, right? There's a couple tiles that are safe to the dealer, but then if you're worried about other players being Tempai, you can't easily fold against all of them. And so
Right,
Sai
there we go.
is just gonna move to Tempai.
10 point for Sai,
Oh,
Tanya
this
Dora
deals in
4.
immediately. Oh, but Dorksport doesn't deal it because they get Tempai. 4-7 pin, 4-mon the dealer, 4-7 pin on the left as well. If Jinxie deals in, it's a head bump. But actually, more likely is Perry to deal in, right? Because Perry's in Richie. That would be a head bump for Dorksport. Sai would be, you know, honestly, Sai would probably accept that as well anyway. Even if Dorksport head bumps them because moves the game on and Perry loses points. So maybe this is one head bump that Sai was not too upset about.
I don't know if you can push this, but I don't know what's better. You have no better tiles to throw out.
Yeah, to defend against 2 Richies, it's really difficult.
Luckily for him, he does not deal in.
Upside
Waiting on
is
the
moving
4-7. It's 4 tiles left.
There it
Oh, but
is.
it's Sumo for Perry! Richie Tsumo.
And the one-sided
No
way.
Orandora. So we're gonna see a 1,000 point from everybody go to Perry. And that puts him closer and closer to Sai.
Perry is climbing. That would
This is how it
be...
starts.
Now, was it a 70 point? 73.1? You get 10, so 63.1. It's still a huge mountain to climb. It would help if
Yeah.
another player gets ahead of Sai, but Sai is definitely trying not to let that happen.
Currently, Perry is 15 points over Sai, approximately. And he needs to be about 70.
Yep. Yep.
So he needs to do what Sai did and get 200 months right now. But it's possible.
It could definitely happen. If it happened once, it can happen again. The rules. That's the rules of probability, I think. As long as they're all independent events or whatever. Jinxie is going for this. We'll see if the green dragon comes out or if Jinxie chooses to wait on the green dragon at the very end. Dorksport could also get the east, but it's not the round wind anymore, so Dorksport can't really call the east.
Dorksport.
1 away? A lot of different options here for Dorksport.
Yeah. Surprised to see that discard because I feel like if you want to make a comeback, you gotta go for something very crazy, like Chicken Soul triplets or something like that.
Yeah, Dorksport makes the most clean, straightforward, efficient discard, but you're right that maybe the points matter. Although, if you're just thinking about fighting for third, which is kind of reasonable as you mentioned, then a fast, efficient hand does make sense.
It does make sense.
Although
right.
1,000 points is actually still not enough for Dorksport. Dorksport needs about 2,500. So just winning 1,000
Gonna be
won't
one
do it.
away. 1 away for Perry. trying to block Sayai's 5-pin. Richie, Dora.
Yeah,
Of
Saya
course,
has
Richie,
3
Dora.
Dora. I didn't even.
Of course, right?
Of
Because
course,
why
Saya
not?
has 3 Dora.
Of course. So Tenpai for Perry.
Waiting on the same
Trying
tile
to
as
defuse
last
that
time.
bomb.
Yep. Although this time it's very locked in. Dorksport actually kind of folding here. I don't know if Jinxie will get rid of a Formon. It might be possible, but it seems very unlikely. Oh, the ability to Furiten switch doesn't go for it. Gonna stick on Formon. 5-pin? Nope. But if 5-pin
Not
comes
even
out
the
later,
East.
Saya's gonna
Very interesting.
Saya's gonna collect if the 5-pin comes out. Ooh, 7-pin. Okay. Uh-oh.
You only have 3 6s left.
Okay. Okay. It looks like Jinxie might just be folding straight up. We will see. We'll see if Jinxie is willing to cut the 5-pin should he get Tenpai. 5 so as well. Okay. That's the 9. That's a little dangerous. Not that dangerous, but a little bit. That's super safe. Red Dragon. 5 so. Will Perry get rid of it? It gets rid of. Perry gets rid of it. Oh, Tenpai. Not
Just switch to Tenpai.
yeah, not high
Avoid
value.
stealing in.
But if it should. Oh my!
He can't win it. Oh,
Five
he
pin,
can.
five pin,
Oh my
five
goodness.
pin. That's crazy. And the red one for a little extra value. That actually means Dorksport has a reasonable hand now. Dorksport can't just get a cheap hand. He is the dealer though, so
Top 3.
definitely the chance.
We're so close.
Yeah.
So close to deciding the champion. Who's gonna take it?
Who's gonna take it down? Dorksport does need something like a Mangan though to pick up third. About 8,000 points. So as the dealer, like 40 Fu 3 Han, like a 7,700, that would work out. But of course, Jinxie has his dealer in all last to try and turn it back around once again. It's gonna be close. Dorksport not bad here. Jinxie also not bad here.
Need to draw these tiles. That's a good start.
Yeah, Jinxie is 1 away. That's kind of not really, huh? I don't think that's worth keeping. Jinxie's gonna think about it though. Saya is decently fast, but not as fast as Jinxie and Dorksport right now. Harry on the left side, also kind of similar. Like, it's a good hand. Wow, Saya just gets the good draw though. Saya 1 away now. And it's gotten a lot better with the perfect draw right there.
They have to be calculating like every single decision. Like, how many points do I need? Is this enough points?
Yeah.
Do I go for this?
I mean, I don't think Saya and Perry have to do too much calculations right now unless they pull some sort of a Yakuman hand. Like if Perry pulls a Yakuman hand, if they see the chance for it, then maybe they can start doing some calculations.
But Jinxie.
Yeah.
Jinxie and Darksport for sure.
Jinxie and Dorksport have got to be doing the... What a draw! Look, it does leave the weak weight, the 3-pin weight, but Saya's going to take that as the early reach. I think you just got to go for it here as Dorksport.
This needs an opportunity.
I think
Needs an opportunity for Dorksport.
Yeah.
Come back.
I mean, you need like 7,000-8,000 points. This is your last dealer. I don't think Dorksport can afford to fold here. Out comes the 2. Indeed, Dorksport's gonna fire it off. Gonna go for it. You can't afford to have someone sumo on your dealer, and then you get further behind Jinxie.
So 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 bamboo.
Yeah.
And a 6, 7, 8, 9 of circles. I'll give Tenpai for Darksport. And they're all pretty good weights too. But Saya Sumos!
Saya with
finds
the
the tree of
3-pin
circles.
sumo. Oh my.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Richie, Tsumondora, 1,000, 2,000.
Yeah, so I mean, Dorksport is still technically ahead of Jinxie in this game, but not enough to overtake. So with a 3,000 point lead, oh, this is actually really interesting. Because it needs 11,300 points exactly, and is at 3,100. A Mangan Ron off the other 2 players would leave Dorksport just short. So a Mangan run does not work. It has to be Mangan Sumo or Mangan Direct Hit. It would be just short. It would be kind of rough. And yeah, this is one of those weird hands for Dork Sport. The value's not there. It's kind of fast, but you need value to make it work.
We'll see what Jinxie can pull out of the hat here. This is the final hand, potentially, of the entire tournament.
That's true. If Jinxie wins here, it's going to be really hard for Dork Sport to make that comeback. I think Perry and Sai are pretty well locked into their positions. Unless Jinxie can pull a monster hand. Jinxie might be able to get second if he can pull a monster dealer turn here.
One away for Jinxie. 2,900 points if he pawns the green and wins on the 2.
Boom.
There it is. So now the 2 months are gonna be the tile to watch out for. Dorksport does have 2 of them, so could potentially block out Jinxie's chance to win. Does he switch to the 1-mon and 3-pin? Oh, he keeps this as is. So the thing is, oh, that run of Hosai.
Okay.
Oh, now it's gonna be rough for Dorksport.
That's about 2,900. Yeah, the Ricci stick did not come down because it's roamed right on the Ricci tile. But you said 11,300, 11,300, and you only have 200 right now. Mangan Sumo still does it.
Yeah,
So
Mangan
actually,
Sumo still does
It's
it.
actually kind of the same situation. You need Mangan Sumo or Direct Hit.
The difference now is that before, potentially a big hand Sumo on Jinxi's dealer would have been enough to swing it, but now it doesn't anymore.
This is a tough one. Jinxie might actually be able to swing for second here. I mean, not immediately, but this is worth enough points that maybe with a couple more good hands, Jinxie can get second place.
Be interesting to see if it draws a 9-mon, because a half flush is not completely out of the question.
Yeah.
Or no triplets. You never know. Any amount of points you can get extra from your hands, you gotta make them count.
Right, and we can see Sai's hand is getting very, very close to also just finishing this game. Technically 1 away, although Sai does have that kind of weak 6-pin weight.
Mm-hmm.
And Perry has just not been able to draw much. Yeah, that is 1 away.
That is Senpai. So 6-pin will end the series.
6-pin will
Sai
end the whole
take it.
thing. There's 3 in the wall as well, so even though it's a single weight, it's not bad odds. It's gonna be
Jinxie,
tight.
however, is in a position to parry this Ricci.
Yep, to just
He's a pawn, and he'll have a good weight left over. There it is, Chi. Tenpai for Jinxie.
Oh,
if
Jinxie
he
really
wants it.
thinking about it. Because if Jinxie deals in a Hanemon, that's it. It's Dorksport would take over. But only Hanemon. Dealing in a Mangan would leave Jinxie okay.
Oh, the courage to push this hand.
Right.
He needs that 7-mon only.
Ooh.
This is so close.
Very tight here.
Who will take it? The 6-pin or the 7-mon? The 7-mon is safe against Sai.
Yeah, we might see it come out from like Perry or Dorksport. Well, I don't think Dorksport's gonna be playing safe tiles. Dorksport's gotta go for it, but maybe Perry.
Ooh, this is 1 away. No, not quite 1 away. Looks very good though. Okay, now it's 1 away. For Perry.
Yeah, very close. Very tense. 20 tiles left, and we might even go to draw in like a redeal. Oh!
Wait! He's thinking about it!
I don't know if it's thinking or it's the same
Ah,
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it! Sai takes it! Dora too! Wait, is that enough?
It's gotta be enough.
Is that enough to knock Jinxie down and make Dorksport win?
Oh, it's
gotta be
11-3. No,
close.
it's not quite 11-3, but What a game.
Wow, Saya does the unthinkable, completely dominating this tournament. First.
Yep.
No way to come back.
Didn't even have to get first place in the last game, but wanted to set that record.
The unprecedented
Yeah,
has
the
been done.
Catfood
First place
Bowl.
in all the 3 matches of the Catfood Bowl Major, Battle of Kirin Season 2. And that's going to be it. Perry will take second place with 48,600. Darksport third place with 14,100. And Jinxie with 8,400 will be fourth.
Yes,
Overall, how does that look like?
congratulations to Sai and congratulations to all our other players. Let's take a look at our final standings.
So as expected, we have Saya in first, taking first every single game. Perry will be close behind in second at plus 45.2. Jinxie and Dorksport are the closest two by far at third for Jinxie and fourth for Dorksport. Wow, what a series.
Yeah, this was huge. You can see all 3 games won by Sai, as we just mentioned. Perry actually put up a pretty good showing with 2 seconds. Jinxie getting another second. And Dorksport, as you could see in that last game, was very close to overtaking Jinxie, but just couldn't quite pull it off. In South 3, South 4, Jinxie got a little bit. Dorksport dealt in a little bit. That secret, that Dama 10 close tempi from Perry, grabbing a couple Dorksport's points, just enough to keep them below Jinxie there. This was full of a lot of back and forth. Definitely Saya was dominating game 3, but for our other 3 positions, it was definitely very close, very close.
Wow, congratulations to Saya for first place. Congratulations to all of our players for playing so amazing. They definitely put in a lot of work to get here, so congratulations to all 4 of them. Just to be here, you have to be an amazing player for sure.
Well done to everyone. Thank you for participating in the Catfood Bowl Major, and of course, thank you to everyone participating on the YouTube chat, giving us thumbs up, subscribing to the channel. We much appreciate all your viewership as well. Our players, of course, that first place, Sai getting the title, the trophy, the $300 Amazon gift card, and 9,000 Jade. Perry in second with the $150 Amazon gift card and 5,400 Jade. Third place, Jinxie with the $100 Amazon gift card and the 3,600 Jade. And fourth place, Dorksport with the $70 Amazon gift card and 1,800 Jade. So perhaps we might see those new characters or new skins in in our tournament players stables very soon. Whew, that was.
And Saya will be boasting that limited permanent title, which will definitely be putting fear into people's hearts as they reachy against Saya
Yeah, that was
during those ranked matches.
That was a crazy match. Oh man, it was a big performance, and of course, that does end the entire season. The season ends with the Battle of Kirin. So thanks to everyone who participated in Season 2 as well. From the minors in the qualification events up to the major here, the Battle of Kirin today. Everyone that qualified participated. We'd love to see your fighting spirit in Mahjong. And sorry. And we hope you guys participate in the future as well, because
It's coming soon. We have a new tournament. The Catfood Bowl Minor for 2025 is confirmed for January of the next year. So watch out for that. Be sure to sign up if you'd like to have a chance to play in the Battle of Kirin. If you perform well, you might also have a chance to be in the spot that these players were, and maybe you might see just how much they have to work for it. It is so hard to get up there.
yeah, that's right. Make sure to boost your rank, boost your get up to Jade Room, get up to Throne Room, you know. And then you register, keep your eyes peeled on the Mahjong Soul Twitter, on the official website page, or Facebook if you get your social media through there. And January 2025, look out. If you're waiting to participate, you want to win those big prizes, it's coming soon. So we hope you all take the opportunity to join in and have fun.
Awesome. That was some amazing Mahjong. We're glad you were here to watch it. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, we all hope you enjoyed. We have a fun cast here at the back. We've got Luke, who's stopped by. He's actually getting ready to maybe become a pro, so you know, good luck, Luke, with that. He's very Mahjong. Maybe we'll even see him here. I'm sure he might be here if he wasn't busy producing. Right, we've got some messages from him here on the back, and of course, as producer and MC, my name is Tips and Tricks. Even if my voice is starting to go. And I'm joined by Irie.
That's me. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary.
That's right.
Always a pleasure.
Of course, Curly, working on the tournament organization, the player management. Curly, you still here with us?
Yes, I am, and thank you for having me.
And of course, what's Catfood Studio without a whole bunch of pets? Not all cats, but definitely a lot of cats here, actually. They've got Ridley, Jack, Roger, Charlie, Ray, Winston, Sunny, Bishop, Giles, Kiki, Yuffie, Jake, Donnie, Finn, the cat that used to live at Konada's, Nui, Lucy, Pietra, Yuma, Nemo, Hazel, Sausage, Dusty, Digger, Katya, Kotiak, Deuce, Tips' Fish, Hazel, Samson, Ezekiel, Funny Pet, Night Market, Cat, Leia, Luke, Ren, Chico, Candy, Frodo, Misha, and Samus. Once again, special thanks to Catfood Studios, the developer of the game, and Yostar, the publisher, and you, the viewer, for showing up, for appreciating Mahjong, for sharing your love of the game with all of us here. We hope you enjoyed the tournament. From all of us at Reach Mahjong of New York, Yostar, and Catfood Studios. Thank you.
Thank you.
And good night. But
good night, everybody.
But one more thing before you guys leave. Please follow our official channels. I know I mentioned X a lot of the times. A lot of place to get information, tournaments, all that. New events. Mahjong Soul _EN for X. Facebook is Mahjong Soul EN. No underscore there. And on Discord, there is a very active Discord. You can even see people chatting about it in the CFB live stream channel right now. Discord.gg/Mahjong Soul. Once again, thank you for watching. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.